There we go. I hope you all enjoyed that. So, welcome to Tabletop Tavern 2. We couldn't be more excited to be here for a fourth night of the week, right? Did I do my math right? Excellent.
Yep.
I'm good at numbers.
God, that intro gives me goosebumps every time.
It literally does.
So
it
good.
literally gives me goosebumps.
Oh,
so
that is.
I can't get it out of my head. I don't want to wait for us to be over. I had to do something. It's April Fool's Day, so I thought that would be really fun. And Yachts was fully on board on making it for me. So
it's absolutely like none of us knew besides apparently Yachts and Decider 12. So I just want to say that made my night. It could we could stop the stream right now and I'd be good.
That was so good.
I must have watched it like 30 times between yesterday and today. I could not wait.
I think my character hugged every other character. I think I was the creepy huggy guy.
He was a bit of a player. Bit of a player. Yeah.
He's not a player. He just crushes a lot.
He does.
Nice.
So I want to say I think it's become a tradition that when we start a new show, we give a little speech at the beginning of it. So I would like to start off with a little bit of background on this. Obviously, Tabletop Tavern 2 is our fourth show to come to the How I Nerd channel, and we couldn't be more excited to bring you yet another fun-filled evening every week. When Mike first approached me about starting Tabletop Tavern 2, I instantly fell in love with the idea. Tabletop Tavern has been the foundation of this channel, and I was excited to see another show spawn from it. I was even more excited when Mike asked me if I would be willing to be the Dungeon Master for this show. I'm relatively new to the world of Dungeons & Dragons, and as such, I was slightly hesitant about it. But then Mike said he wanted to be a player for it, and I couldn't pass up the chance to make his life hell. But honestly, I love the idea. And being able to tell a story for everyone is something I've always had a mindset of just wanting to make entertainment as fun as possible and stress-free. Dungeons & Dragons is all about that. It's all about having a good time with friends, and I consider each and every one of you my friends here. Here on the How I Nerd channel, I have been privileged to share this fun with thousands of you, and even more privileged to be able to introduce some new faces to bring into the fray. So first up, a personal friend of mine, and someone who helped teach me the ropes in preparation for the original Tabletop Tavern, Remove Disc. Remove Disc, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Remove Disc. This is my first streaming thing. I've been playing Pathfinder and a little bit of 4E for about 8 years. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and like I said, he's the one who, when Mike originally gathered me up for Tabletop Tavern, I was talking to Remove Disc all the time. I don't think there was a single day I didn't ask him a question about something relating to Pathfinder. So big applause to him for helping me through that. Secondly, longtime viewer, not first-time player, Manda, how's it going?
Amazing. Doing good.
Tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Amanda. I've been playing tabletop RPGs for about 9 years now. Pathfinder is by far my favorite. Really love the Twitch community and everybody here, and I'm really, really excited to be playing with these guys.
And we are really excited to have you here, so welcome. And of course, finally, but certainly not least, a good friend of the channel and all-around amazing dude, Dice Barbarian. How's it going?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you doing?
Oh, couldn't be happier right now, especially with all you guys here. So tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Hey, everybody. I'm Dice Barbarian. I'm Tony. Catch me a whole bunch of stuff. I work with Dice Tyrants, work with How I Nerd. I got my own Discord I just set up. I'll be doing a little bit of Twitch streaming on my own for video games and whatnot, but you can catch me on almost anywhere. Dice Barbarian on the Twitters, but I'm really happy to be here and so pumped to be a part of this cast. This is a really good group of folks, and you guys are going to be really happy, trust me. I'm really happy.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here. Really, really awesome person. Of course, we also have some familiar faces here for the show. Let's start with the nicer looking one, Luna.
Aw, I mean, I'm not familiar here. You've never seen me before.
No. How did you get in
no.
here? What?
No, somebody left the door unlocked.
Oh,
Um,
again?
I know. Yeah, no, I'm super excited to be a part of this. It's been a good couple months in the works, and Dave, I'm super excited to have you DMing for us, and see you in this new role, and not be worrying about chats telling me to watch my attitude.
Watch your attitude, all right? Since Mike can't say it right now, I'm gonna need you
Because
to
Mike
work on your
can't tell me
attitude.
to now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just super excited to have this cast and play with a new group, and I'm really excited.
Excellent. Excitement. All right, and now on to the not so nice looking one, Mike.
I'm Mike.
And that's all you need to know about him. We kind of had to get someone together last minute. He was the only one available, so here he is.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Mike. This is the How I Nerd channel. I started this channel about 1.5 years ago, and for the last 10 months, we've been producing TTRPG content on this around here. I have assembled a family of wonderful people who love this community, love being part of this community, and I am excited to see what this game brings to us, because I think Decider 12 and the rest of the cast are going to nail it, and I'll be the saddlebag for the whole event. So thank you guys for being here on the first night, and we have one more person we need to introduce, and that is Decider 12. Decider 12 is the dungeon master or game master for this series. He has a story in his head that he wants to lay out for our community and anybody new coming into the channel. And I personally, and I'm going to speak for the rest of the cast, we're all excited to be able to play under Dave's instruction, and I can't wait to make his life hell. So Dave, put your hands together, take a bow. You've done a lot of work to get here, and we're really excited. So community, let's put your hands together for Decider 12 and the rest of the cast.
Thank
Clap
you.
HD.
Clap HDs all
Clap
around.
HD.
Clap HDs all around.
One of my favorite claps. Yeah, I'm very happy to have such a talented cast here with me. As we all know, it's often the players who create the story, and if that is true, this is going to be one hell of a story. So I myself am looking forward to it. I might have an idea in my head, but I know these guys are going to twist it into something even better. Well, I think it's about time we actually get into some content, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
do it.
ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a little bit of dice. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll some dice myself. We normally start the night with a d20 roll to see who will recap the events of last time. With this being episode 1, obviously we have no events of last time to recap. So instead, I have a special treat for you tonight. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 20. And whoever gets closest on their d20 roll will have their character killed off tonight.
This is
So-
BS. This is such BS.
So, without any further ado, let's see those rolls.
14.
Interesting.
12.
I got a 3.
Interesting. Very,
19.
very
And I
interesting.
got a 13.
I'm not going to tell you which one got the closest. So,
Perfect.
we'll just find out when we get to meet these characters. So I'm going to start you guys off with a little history of where we are. And first, I'm going to share a little image with everyone. So, Korvosa. Korvosa is the largest city in Varissia, and it used to be the capital of the Chilish Varissia. It now serves as the seat of one of 3 city-states that claim independent authority over their individual holdings in the region. Though its citizens and traditions have strong ties to the nation of Chiliacs, sorry, I'm trying to chillax a little bit, but right now I'm talking about Chiliacs.
Chiliacs, bro.
Yeah, Chiliacs.
Laxian.
Chilaxian, yeah. With many of its people tracing their ancestry directly to the servants of the Empire, the city's location at the mouth of the Jagare River and the presence of a highly defensible harbor have contributed to the establishment of Korvosa as a primary hub for trade. Various cultures and people can be found within the city's walls as goods move in and out of its gates. Magnamar is Korvosa's neighbor and rival, and Magnamarians despairingly refer to Korvosa as Little Chiliacs. Korvosa has long stood as the first bastion of civilization on the wild frontier of Versia. Yet, tragedy seems to haunt the city's royal bloodline. Few of her rulers rule for long, and none have lived to a ripe old age, dying instead well before their time. Heirs to the throne are few and far between, and in its 300-year history, no king of Korvosa has directly inherited the Crimson Throne from his father. This is the source of much gossip and tale-spinning among the city's citizens, who speak in hushed tones of what they have come to call the curse of the Crimson Throne. Indeed. So now looking at these rolls here, we are going to start with...
Decider, can I interject for one thing?
Sure.
I think we have a lot of new people to the community tonight, and a lot of rewards have come in.
Interesting.
Do you think we should get those before we start the game?
Well, if you had let me finish my sentence, I was going to say we are going to start with reading off all the rewards, which is totally not what I was going to say. So thank you for that. Sorry, I'm choking a little bit. We have got, so we've got some awesome point redemptions people can use to give our players or our GMs bonuses to their rolls. Every sub gets a +1 bonus that they can freely give out, and you have points on the channel that you can redeem for +1s, +2s, +3s, advantages, or disadvantage rolls. So I just want to read out the list of the people who have redeemed so far tonight, and there are a lot of them. So thank you for everyone's support. Coffin has given a +1 to myself. We've got a +1 to Arcturus from Quaman. We've got a disadvantage roll from Gardener Girl to me. We've got +1 to Arcturus, which is Mike from Lambs to the Slaughter. +1 to Tony from Cyclone Jack, or Dice Barbarian. +3 to Yvette, who is also known as Luna from Gardener Girl. We've got +3 to Mike from Gardener Girl. We've got a +1 to me from Yachts. We've got a +1 to Mike from Candlemas, +1 to myself from Feywolf. We've got, oh boy, there's so many. +1 to Mike from Quaman. I think I might have already gotten that one. +1 to myself from Optimus Subprime Mortgage. +1 to myself from Katie Machin. We've got a +1 to myself from Nate's Knife Pit as well. Man, they are really bulking me up, aren't they?
Yeah, they don't like me.
That's going to be really unfortunate for all of you. So.
And actually, not to interrupt, but one more came in while you were reading those off.
Oh my gosh.
There was a
+3 to Luna from Optimus Subprime Mortgage. A +3 to Mike from Optimus Subprime Mortgage. There was a redeemed for Name of Magical Armor, which we'll eventually get to. Thank you for that. That will get added to the campaigns here. Did I miss anything?
There was also a +3 to Shula from Optimus Subprime Mortgage.
Ooh, there we go. +3 to Amanda from Optimus Subprime Mortgage. All right, you guys ready to get going?
Certainly.
Let's do it.
Always.
Ready.
So excited for this.
Let's do it, is the word on the street.
Do it.
Is it bad that I want to channel my inner Darkwing Duck and go, let's get dangerous?
Let's get dangerous.
So, as we start, Arcturus, as you walk the streets of Korvosa, a large creature shining in gold flies over your head, landing just at the feet in front of you. You ready yourself, and it boldly spans its wings and says, "Wake up! you suddenly realize you've been daydreaming a bit, thinking of grandiose situations that you may end up in one day, not truly paying attention to where you've been walking. You look around, mostly regular things happening around the street, people walking to and fro, having conversations. But one thing stands out to you. Off to the side, there's an orc, surrounded by children. The children appear to be harassing him. Suddenly, he lets out a bellowous roar and makes them run away. As they scramble, they bump straight into you. The orc comes over, seeing that the children have gone, and he just says, "Oh, sorry about that." He kind of gives a slight sniff.
He
goes,
sniffs me?
He just sniffs the air a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And he goes, "Ugh, you smell like half-elf." Kind of looks disgusted at you. Growls a little bit.
What have I done to offend you, sir?
Ugh. Nothing, I suppose. And he kind of looks over your shoulder, past you, in the direction the children ran. He lets out a little laugh. I hope you have a good day. And he starts to walk away. As you kind of... Okay, sure. Roll it.
That is a flat dice roll. 13.
You sense he was being a bit sarcastic when he said, "I hope you have a good day."
Okay. I want to, okay. Did I notice anything during this exchange? Can I take a look around and see where their kids run off to?
Give me a perception.
All right. That would be an 8 + 2 for a 10, sir.
I mean, you don't notice anything too much out of the ordinary. One thing you do take note of is the fact that when he looked over your shoulder and laughed, he kind of looked in the direction of the children.
Yep.
But besides that, he's walked off and blended with the crowd at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to continue on my way.
Excellent. So as you continue on your way, give me a perception check.
Alrighty. That would be an 18 + 2 for 20, sir.
As you're walking down the street with the regular hustle and bustle, you happen to just kind of feel around your hand a bit, and you notice that a ring that was given to you by a family member has gone missing.
Yeah, those little bastards.
And with that, we are going to go over to, let's see, who's next on the list here? We have Marktov. Marktov, you are a helpful person. You kind of go around the city. You've been doing little odd jobs here and there, but you are currently on one particular mission, and that is returning a lost cat to a family in need. You've been very fortunate in your search and have already found this cat and are currently holding it. And you're scheduled to meet this family just down the alley. What would you like to do?
Well, having my job been completed, I would like to head to the end of the alley to hand the cat over to the family.
Perfect. So, you're heading down to the alley, and there stands a man with 3 children around him. They see you approach holding the cat. The cat is quite squirmy, by the way. And the man says, "Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness you found our cat. Oh, let me see him."
These are the people that I was supposed to meet?
You've actually never talked to them before. It was simply a bounty put up.
Cool.
Yeah.
I hand the cat over and I say, "Here's your cat. I found him just down there. actually.
Oh, it's so good to see Fluffy. This man's a little shaky, is the best way to describe him. And he grabs the cat. Cat still squirming the whole time, rather uncomfortable with being held. The children run up and hug you. And they say, thank you so much for returning our cat. Oh, we missed him so much.
Oh, you're very welcome, children. I hope you have a great day.
Oh, thank you, mister. And they kind of run back down the alley. The old man stands there, though, still wrangling this cat a bit. And he says, thank you so much again for getting Fluffy for us. I've heard on the street that you are a bit of a, or at least you used to, collect some items. Might you be interested in any odds and ends I have?
Well, that depends. What kind of odds and ends do you have?
Oh, well, let me tell you. Patron Sam has many things. That's with 2 M's. It's 2 M's because what I've got is so good. So, I've got, let's see here. I've got this bit of rope here, you see, and it's elven rope, very strong. He pulls on it. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I've got this box of gems. He opens it up with a random assortment of colorful decorative stones. And even more, I've got this magical ring. Oh, look at it. He kind of twirls it a little bit.
Magical ring.
Yes.
Huh.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I have been really in the business of trading more or less adventurers items. Can I see that ring?
Oh, I suppose. And he kind of holds it up towards you.
Yeah, I wanna take a good look at that ring.
Okay. Do you want to like appraise it?
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
I definitely want to appraise it.
Sure. Give me an appraisal.
Skills. Appraise. There we go. Here I come. 3 + 1 for 4.
All right. So with that, you look at it, and I mean, you can definitely tell it's a ring. It seems to be in good condition, but you can't tell too much more about it.
Interesting. So what were you looking to trade for this ring?
Well, I mean, my family is a bit low on cash. Might you have any gold?
Well, I suppose I could trade you some gold, but I've got other items myself.
Oh, what exactly might you have?
Well, let's see. I take off my my own bag and I start searching through it. It looks like I've got let's see, trailer right now, soap, sling, no. I pull out a compass. I've got this compass.
Oh, it's a very nice compass. It looks, perhaps I'd be interested in that. What were you interested of mine?
Well, I'm definitely interested in this magical ring, if you're willing to make a trade.
I couldn't let the ring go for a compass. Maybe, let's say 5 gold in the compass.
You have yourself a deal.
Excellent. I've also got this pair of boots here. He just holds up a pair of boots.
Interesting.
Would you be interested?
Well, I mean, it's... Would an adventurer really just... Wait, is it a mundane pair of boots, or is it like a magical pair of boots?
I haven't tried them on. They're not my size.
Oh. I look at them. Do they look my size?
Yeah, you think they're around your size.
Would you mind if I tried them on? See if, you know, they're very comfortable?
Oh, I don't know. What if you break them?
Oh, I'm a man of my word. A paladin and a member of the Pathfinder Society, so I carry a little bit of weight, my name does, so I'll definitely be worth it.
I'll let them go for a gold if you're interested.
I do have to try them on, see if they're comfy, and if they help and they work.
All right, very well. Here you go.
I put them on, and I just walk up and down the alley a couple of times.
Okay. As you're doing that, you hear some yelling from around the corner. It's the children. And they're like, Dad, come here real quick. And he goes, oh, just hold on 1 second. Yeah. The exchange, by the way, of the ring and the gold and the compass have already taken place.
Yep.
So he's gonna walk away over the corner, still holding this cat. All of a sudden,
Was the shouts like
Not-
urgent panic shouts,
not
or was
urgent
it like
panicky, just like excitement almost, to say the least.
Gotcha.
So he walks around the corner. About 15 seconds go by, and you hear the distinct sound of a cat in distress. It lets out a
Oh, no.
single cry, and then silence.
Oh no. I go running around the corner.
As you round the corner, you see, up against the alley wall, a cat whose neck has been snapped and thrown aside. The family and children are nowhere to be found.
Oh no.
And with that, we are going to head over to the one and only Shula. Shula, you've been in Corvosa for a day or two now, helping the sick and needy where you can. And while doing so, you've heard word of an orphanage that's been taken over by some shady people in the city. And even worse, you've heard some children have been going missing from the orphanage. You find yourself currently at the door to this orphanage, ready to scope it out for yourself. What would you like to do?
Do I know anything about the orphanage or anybody that's affiliated with it? Do I have any contacts, perhaps?
You don't. This is word that you've been picking up as you've been going around helping the sick and needy. They said a new orphanage opened up that at first looked promising, but they've heard that the ownership is not so nice. The children seem to be in pretty poor condition, not well cared for there. And that's about all you've heard.
Okay. I go ahead and I'm gonna knock on the door, see who answers.
Excellent. I appreciate the fact that you knocked. And no one answers your knock.
Is there anyone around the property at all? The building? I walk around and see if I can find anybody around the building, children or otherwise.
The building looks to be pretty run down. You don't see anyone around the building, but you can hear some coughs coming from the inside.
Oh, coughs. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and go right in then because they probably need some help. I'll use that as my excuse if
There you
someone
go.
questions it.
Good call. So you open the door, and several small children are seated in here. The area is in poor repair. The children seem dirty and uncared for. There are no adults in sight. One child in particular approaches you. Hey, how can I help you?
Are there any adults here? Is there anybody taking care of you?
No, it's just us. They left us.
Excuse me? What do you mean they left you?
They were here. They had things for us. They said we'd be fine on our own, and they just left. And with that, the child begins to sob.
Oh my gosh. Are they emaciated?
They don't look emaciated. I mean, they don't look like they've been eating well either.
I pat him on the head, let him know everything's gonna be okay. And I go around and I wanna check the room and check the area and see if there's anything of interest that I could find.
Okay. As you start to wander, them knowing that you have said you're going to help them, they all run up to you. They give you a big hug and they say, "Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for helping us. We don't know what to do without you." So, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Ooh, that's a 20 on the die.
Very nice. You look around. You find it oddly suspicious because this place doesn't seem to have much in terms of supplies or books or really anything. It almost looks like it's like an abandoned building, as if they just recently got in here.
like a front, maybe.
Maybe.
Hmm.
I can't answer that. The children proclaim to you. They say, please get us out of here. Take us somewhere. We don't want to be here anymore.
All right, I'm gonna do what I can, and I make sure, is everyone okay? Can I check them out, make sure they don't have any kind of injuries or anything that I can maybe heal really quick?
Yeah, I mean, you don't see anything like, besides the fact that they're really dirty, and don't seem like they have good clothing or anything like that. They seem to be in good condition. You ask them if they're healthy. They all say they're okay. We're okay.
Okay, children, gather your things. We are gonna get you out of here.
Okay.
And I make sure that everyone starts getting their stuff around.
Okay. Hold on. We've got our stuff upstairs, and we got some stuff in the back. We're gonna go grab our stuff real quick. All right, hold on. So, they all run into different areas, and about 3 minutes go by, and you don't hear anything. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, this time not so good. That's a 1 on the die.
Okay. So you're kind of waiting there, You don't really notice anything different, but would you like to do anything?
I mean, find the kids. I've been waiting for a minute here, so I'm gonna go wherever I saw them go
Yeah. You saw a majority of them run
Carefully, though.
towards the back, so
slowly, because I'm concerned.
as you approach the entryway into the back room, you notice the smell of something. It's smoke.
Smell. Oh. That's not good. I know that smell very well.
You round the corner, and you see a fire has been started in the far corner of the room. But what's worse is you look in the other corner, and you see a child who's been pinned down by a bookshelf. It doesn't look like a very big bookshelf, but, it's a little too large for a child to lift off of himself. He looks up to you and goes, Miss, please help me. Help.
Oh my gosh. I try to see if I can pull the bookcase off. I know I'm really weak, but I'm gonna try my best.
All right. Give me a strength check.
That's 3 on the die. -2 is 1.
So you're pushing. You're trying to get this thing off of him. It's just not working. He's kind of flailing about. The fire is starting to spread.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna run back outside and I'm gonna see if I can grab somebody, like a big strong man, to come help me. And I start screaming and asking for help. Is there anybody that can
Okay.
help?
So as you turn away from the child, you notice one of two things. First, you notice that where the bookshelf has fallen over, there seems to be a small passage that was behind it. About big enough for children to run through, small enough for you to crawl through.
Okay. It's behind the bookcase.
Where the bookcase
Like-
fell over.
Oh, where the bookcase fell over.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to peer in there.
Okay. It goes down a little bit of a tunnel and you see daylight on the other side.
Okay. I'm going to crawl through it.
Okay. And you're, just to clarify, you are leaving the child behind.
Well, I thought if there's daylight outside, then
Yeah.
I can crawl through it and get to whoever
Absolutely.
trying to find help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Just wanted to clarify. Okay. Yeah. So you run out there. There's a busy. It actually is leading into an alleyway that then leads to a busy street.
I run around and I grab the first guy that looks like he could probably pick up this bookcase.
Okay. So there's a bulkier guy there, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Sir, there's a fire and there's a child stuck. We need to
Fire?
save him. I
Alright,
need your help.
show
I
me.
need your strength.
Show me.
And I grab his arm, his big, strong, bulky arm, and I pull him towards the building.
As you will go back into the alley, you see at the other far end of it the child. He looks back, sees you, and runs away.
What?
As he runs, he drops a couple of gold pieces.
I go over to the gold pieces. I just pick them up and look at them. Are they unusual gold pieces?
There's nothing unusual about them. They're just regular gold pieces.
Well, I think I'm just gonna leave these here in case that he decides to come back because he might need them. But
Okay.
I look at the strong guy, and I thank him for coming, and I'm gonna crawl back in through that the little thing.
Your instinct is telling you that you probably shouldn't. As you start to crawl in there, you see the flames have vastly grown.
Well, I tried. I guess I don't know what happened with that kid.
All right, roll me a perception.
Okay. That's a 2.
All right. Yeah, you don't know what happened with that kid and everything. So, at this point, people are running. They've noticed the fire. They're working on putting it out. Furthermore, we are going to jump over to Orion. Orion, you are a wizard who has a lot of magical knowledge from the academy. You have received a tip that there is an artifact of immense power down by the docks. Word is that when you're standing on the pier in the early morning, a gleam from under the water can be seen, and an object that is believed to have been left there by a powerful wizard long ago sits down at the bottom of the pier. Not many know of it, and any who wish to get to it fear the jigsaw shark who is said to live there. You find yourself on that dock in the early morning, investigating.
All right then. So you look at Orion, and he's this Western-looking kind of fella. He's got blonde hair, blue eyes, and he kind of looks a little Western punk mixed with wizard. And he's looking at his book, and he's looking at the skyline, he's looking at the horizon, and he's trying to do the math to see what this might.
A couple of children spot you on the end of this pier, doing the work, drawing out calculations, and they run up to you. And they ask, "Hey, mister, what are you doing?"
Well, right now I'm calculating the azimuth of the horizon to make sure I get the sun right. Just coming across this dock here, and I'm looking for a little sparkly thing that might be showing up under the water. I don't know if you guys seen it. They're supposed to be like a shark, so watch out for that. You guys are kids and what?
Yeah, the sparkly thing. I saw it.
Oh, okay. Great. It's a little early, but we're just.
Here, let me show you. And he like grabs you. They both grab you, and and start pulling you to the very edge of the pier.
Oh, you guys are so helpful. Thank you. Oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, look, it's right down there. It's right down there. You got to get like right up to the edge and look over.
Oh, okay. And I get down. I get real close, and I kind of look down there. I'm not seeing it.
One of the children gets really nervous all of a sudden, and he goes, "Oh, I'm not getting any closer. The jigsaw shark's down there," and he runs off.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Your friend left.
that's okay, mister. I'll show you. Did you see it? It's right down there over the edge.
I still don't see. I'm trying. I'm looking. Is it shining? What do you see?
And with that, he gives you a gentle push and knocks you over the edge of the pier.
What?
You find yourself in the water. What would you like to do?
Surface. Well, it's okay. I understand you just bumped me. It's okay. No hard feelings. I need to get down here anyways, I guess. And I put my soggy book away, and I kind of tread water a bit, and I'm still trying to do the calculations, and I've already forgotten about the kid because I'm focused on what I'm doing, and I'm looking all around.
You give me a perception.
That's a 10 plus 9 for a 19.
You are looking all over. You do not see the shiny object that you were told could potentially be down here. However, you do see the telltale look of a jigsaw shark in the distance.
Oh boy. So there's nothing shiny, there's no clue, there's nothing in for this artifact.
Not that you can see.
All right, I'm gonna boogie. I'm gonna make my way to the shoreline and get out before this shark.
Okay. Give me a swim check.
That's a 17 minus 1 for 16.
Okay. You are making good progress as you swim through the water. As you look back, you can start to see the jigsaw shark getting closer and closer.
And I'd start going.
All right. Give me one more swim check.
All right. It's a 14 minus 1 for 13.
You are a surprisingly decent swimmer, considering, and you pull yourself ashore. The jigsaw shark doubles back and disappears into the water.
Can I look at that shark to see if there's any telltale signs of maybe the artifact, like something different about the shark itself? If I can get my...
Give me a perception. Ooh.
That's a 20 plus 9 for 29.
That is a very good perception check, might I say. And you notice it being a rather standard jigsaw shark. Nothing unusual about it.
All right, I immediately pull out my book and my pencil and I start taking notes of the whole thing, and I'm making observant of everything to record for the next time I look for this.
You know what's very strange about when you reach for your book? It's gone.
Oh, that's not good. I start like checking all around me and checking the sand.
And you, unfortunately, do not see it near you. With that, we are going to hop over to our lovely Yvette. Yvette, you find yourself roaming the streets of Corvosa. You've been asking around about larger crime rings in the area, any that would possibly have reach outside the city. You've kept your intentions to yourself, however. As you move about the city, you come across a child and a man who call to you from an alley. They yell, "Excuse me, ma'am! Ma'am! Our dog over here's sick. You look like you might know a bit about animals. Please, come help us."
I will walk over there and say, "What's going on with your dog? What's the matter?"
Child runs up to you, grabs onto you, and says, Please help Wolfie. Wolfie's sick."
What's going on with Wolfie? What's the matter with him?
The man turns to you and says, I'm not sure. He got really sick all of a sudden. He's not doing much.
I will kind of crouch down next to the dog and take a look at him and try to assess what is going on. So,
Okay.
see what.
Yeah, give me a heal check on this.
That is an 11 plus 5 for 16.
All right. So you look over the dog. You believe he's ingested something. It doesn't seem like a typical poison or anything like that, but he's starting to foam out of the mouth. He's starting to convulse. He's fading very quickly.
I am gonna see if I can heal him at all, or like if I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of like rummage through my things and see like what I have, that may help with a convulsing dog.
Okay. Do you have any kind of like herbs on you or anything?
Let's see. Nothing like nothing specific. I actually was probably making my way to, like an apothecary or something like that to pick stuff up because it probably had been a while since I'd gotten to go out and look on my own.
Okay.
So
I would say that you might have some things on you that would delay poisons or, things like that if you wanted to try and administer something like that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like to do that.
Okay.
So should I roll a heal or
Yeah, roll another heal for me.
16 plus 5 for 21?
So you are quite masterful at this, and you quickly get out the herbs. You kind of mash them up a bit to free up the juices in it, and you quickly administer it into the dog's mouth, and stroke his mouth to try and get him to swallow it.
Yeah.
Which he does, and shortly
Okay.
after, you feel life fade from his body. The child,
Okay.
seeing this, runs off crying and heads down the alley, goes around a corner. And the man, he goes, oh no, wait, and he runs after the child. And as he runs off, an empty vial falls from his coat and hits the ground.
I'm gonna pick up the vial, excuse me, and see if I can kind of inspect it and see if I can figure out what was in it.
Okay. Give me like a kind of, let's see here. Thinking on this one. Knowledge nature on this.
Do that. It is an 11 plus 5 for 16.
Okay. You look at it. You happen to realize that the substance in here is a natural substance, but it's a highly acidic substance.
Okay. I think for right now, I will just hang on to it. I'll stick it in my bag with my things because I kind of want to figure out what it is at some point.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious as to what could have caused a dog to go from okay to suddenly ill to dead in a matter of a few minutes.
Yeah. As you put that into your bag, you notice two things. One, a drawing of someone you hold dear has gone missing. Two, you seem a little light on gold compared to how you were previously.
I'm gonna kind of like shake my head and be like, God, and I'm gonna take off in the direction that they went.
Okay. As you head down the alley and round the corner, they are nowhere to be found.
Okay. I guess I'll just kind of make a mental note of what I remember about them and, hope that I run into them again at some point soon.
Alrighty. With that, we're going to bounce back to Arcturus. Arcturus, what are you doing after everything that happened here?
I'm looking around for those little son of a bitch children. That ring is important to me.
So you're looking around. It's a pretty busy street right now. There are a lot of people out and about going along their usual business.
I would like to begin to cast a spell if I could.
Very well. What would you like to cast?
I'm going to cast Summon Monster Eagle.
Okay.
I would like to summon my eagle, one of my one of the animals that helps me, and I want him to fly around the city and see if he can see those little son of a bitches.
Okay. So go ahead and tell me how this summoning occurs.
I put my hands together and I slide them to the sides down my arm, and when I rip them apart, an eagle appears, and it flies up into the sky and starts to survey the area.
Okay. And you've given instructions to your eagle companion here?
Yes.
All right.
Through the mental.
Through the mental. Yeah, you're mental, all right.
Yeah,
so
I am.
The eagle is flying around. It's looking. It's trying to identify where, maybe any orcs are or children. And it relays back to you. It sees quite a few orcs around, quite a few children around, but none exactly matching the description of the ones that you saw.
Noble creature, be at rest. And I clap my hands and I release it from its time here on this plane.
As it fades away, a single card appears where the creature once was.
So it's like falling down through the sky?
Yep, floating down.
Okay.
It's your letter, Harry.
Yes, I'm finally going to Hogwarts. Slytherin.
I'm assuming you grab it.
I would like to attempt to grab it. Yes, sir.
Excellent. So it lands in your hand. It seems to be somewhat of a some kind of almost like a playing card.
Okay.
But on one side of it is a note.
Ooh.
It says, I know what Gadrin has done to you. He has wronged me as well. I know where he dwells, yet cannot strike at him. Come to my home at 3 Lancet Street at sunset. Others like you will be there. Gadrin must face his fate, and justice must be done.
So I want to take the card and I want to secure it in my pack.
Okay.
And I want to start to look around and see if I can get directions. Is there a guard or anybody in the area or somebody I might be able to walk over to and ask for directions to?
Yeah, there's several shopkeepers who are probably pretty familiar with the area.
Okay.
There are guards as well.
All these kids running around stealing shit and there's guards all over the place. That's.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go up to one of the guards, please.
Okay. Excellent.
So I approach the guard and hail him, and I say, "Sir, I wonder if you might be able to tell me where Lancet Street is and how far away it is from here."
Lancet Street. Well, it's not too far. Yeah, head down that way about 3 blocks, make a left, make a right, another 3 blocks, make a left. Wait, did I already do that one?
Sense motive.
Absolutely roll it.
Skills.
Skills. You're so skilled with skills.
I'm not. So that did not roll. I'm
Excellent.
really bad at rolling dice when on this side of the desk. So
you're bad at doing it on the other side too.
that would be a 4, sir.
You think he's giving it to you straight?
Yeah. So I go down there and I make a left, and then I go right, and then I go left.
So left, then right, then left. Yeah, and then go about 5 or 4 blocks, 5 or 4, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't make it down to Lancet too much, but yeah, that should put you around the vicinity. You should be able to find it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I can, if I get lost, maybe I can ask somebody down there.
Oh yeah, I'd probably know the way.
And I thank him, and I give him a couple copper as a tip, as a thank you.
Oh, that's quite kind of you. Not too many people tip the guard around here.
What's your name, sir?
Stev.
Stev.
Maybe
It sounds like they don't take care of you guys around here. Maybe we can maybe I can come back and see if I need information. Maybe we can take care of the your family and maybe pad your money sack a little bit.
he leans in a little close and he goes, "Sir, are you rich?"
I am not rich by any means,
Oh.
but I would like to I'm new to the city, and I'd like to maybe, build a relationship with people in there, because information is always important. And I want to roll diplomacy. I would like to try and convince him that I'm new here, and I want to, just have a good source of information on the local area.
Roll it.
Make sure his sack's well taken care of.
Exactly. I was just gonna say sack, but I just say money sack.
You just had to.
I don't know why. I don't know why I held
just
back.
had to.
I don't know why. So Would you like me to do diplomacy?
Yeah, roll the diplomacy.
Okay. All right. Diplomacy is an 18 plus 8 for a 26.
So he kind of smiles a bit and he nods. He goes, "Yeah, I mean I'm on duty right now, but you can often find me down at the guard barracks near the castle up there. Yeah, ask for Sev. I'll be happy to give you a hand with anything."
All right. Just one more quick question before I go. I know
Sure.
you're busy. You're doing your job. What's the area like down by Lance's Street?
It's a lot of weird voodoo kind of stuff happening around there. I don't head down there too much, but I mean, not too much. No crime or anything I'm aware of.
Okay, so it's a relatively safe place.
Yeah. I've heard of a couple fortune tellers down that area.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Good man. Be safe in your duties, and I wish you nothing but prosperity.
Excellent, thank you. By the way, I didn't catch your name.
They call me Ark.
Ark. All right. Ark. Well, see you around.
Good day, sir.
What would you like to do
So,
now?
what time of day is it right now? Like, how close am I till 3 o'clock?
It's about midday.
Midday. So I have some time.
Yeah.
I want to kind of walk around. I want to walk down towards the Lancet area. I want to like get an idea for a couple block perimeter around it, and then I want to slowly, get a lay for the land in case I have to get out of that situation quickly.
All right. So you're gonna head down that way, and as you do so, we're gonna head on over to Marktov.
Okay.
So Marktov, how are you handling this situation?
Oh my goodness, this cat is dead?
Yes.
That really sucks for you, little buddy. I did not know they were going to do this to you. I wish you well in your next life. And then I just walk on down the alleyway, trying to make myself to like a main road or something. Head back to my little guild.
Not that it matters, but are you still wearing the boots?
I mean, I guess.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I'd definitely keep them on. My boots are in my bag now.
Okay. So yeah, these boots are rather squeaky, just so you're aware. So everywhere you go, squeak,
Well.
squeak, squeak, squeak.
Then I would take them off and put my own boots back on.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. As you do so, and you're going through your stuff, you notice a couple of things of yours are missing. In particular, you are missing a flask and a crowbar.
Where's my flask? Where's my flask? Alrighty. I spend some time looking for my flask.
Okay.
Probably not finding it.
You cannot find ye flask.
Alright. After a little while, I just heavy sigh and then just walk to the street.
Okay. As you walk to the street, a card floats down in front of you like a feather.
I snatch it out of the air.
All right. And as you do, you see a card that looks a bit like a playing card, but on the other side of it is a message. And the message reads identical to what Arcturus got. And it's asking you
Interesting.
to come to 3 Lancet Street at sunset.
Lancet Street. That's where all those fortune tellers and things are. I've lived in this city
Yes.
for 3 years now.
Yeah, you would be aware of it.
Alrighty. Well, it's not 3 o'clock yet.
No, it's about noon.
Alrighty. I'm gonna head back to the guild hall, let them know that I've finished the job, and then kind of wait there until around 2:30, so I can head over.
Okay. Excellent. So with that, we are going to jump over to Shula. So, Shula, the scene, to kind of spell it out for you now, a fire has broken out in this building. People are bringing pails of water to put it out, and the community is coming together to stop this fire. But you are pretty much just there watching it at the moment.
Is there any sign of the children?
No, they have gone.
Any trace of them? Or, I mean, how much time has gone by since the one kid ran away? Because I'd kind of be interested in following him.
It's been a couple minutes. You last saw him when he rounded the corner. If the building was on the right-hand side of you, he ran off to the left and down a busy street.
So I'm probably not going to be able to find him then.
You can try if you'd like.
I'll peek around the corner, see
All
if I can see him anywhere.
Roll me a perception.
Okay. Perception. That's a 3.
Okay, yeah, you have no idea. You just see the regular hustle and bustle of the street, and especially with more commotion going on as people are running to and fro, trying to put out the fire.
Okay. Is there any way to determine how the fire started?
Not at the moment. I mean, you'd have to... Your knowledge tells you you'd probably have to get in there to look, and that's not quite accessible at the moment.
I'm absolutely astonished that the kids just up and disappeared. I have no idea where they went.
Roll me another perception.
Another perception?
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully this one's better. Okay, that's a 6.
Okay. Yeah, so you're just you're trying to put it all together. You're thinking about how everything occurred. Trip over the gold coins that were still there on the ground.
It's against my better judgment and my good nature to pick up the coins. But I think in this case, I will pick them up and take them in the event that I run across the children again, because I know how much they'll need them.
That's very nice. So as you pick them up and you go to put them into your bag, you realize that there are no gold coins in your own bag.
What?
So yeah, you're a little light on the purse strings there.
Oh, the children? How could innocent children do this to me?
Those innocent children.
Well,
Give me an intelligence check.
that is 9 for intelligence.
Yeah, you don't know how these rotten little children could have done that to you. Especially after you wanted to help them so much. Rude little things.
Yeah, that's super rude.
Mm-hmm. So,
I really would like to find the kids, or at least attempt to.
yeah. I mean, if you want to head in the last direction you saw them going, you can.
Yeah, I want to go around the corner and make my way down the streets, see if I can't maybe get my eye on especially that one kid.
Okay. So, as you start to walk down the street, you suddenly notice floating down from the sky a card.
I'm gonna detect magic on the card really quick, just
Sure.
in case.
Yeah. As you do detect a magical aura on it. It glows in front of you.
I grab it very carefully with my fingertips, just in case.
Yeah.
Grab it
So delicately, like a small hors d'oeuvre.
yes.
So you look at the card, and it looks a bit like a playing card. And on one side of it is a message. It reads very similar to what everyone else has seen. I know what Gadron has done to you. He has wronged me as well. I know where he dwells. You cannot strike at him. Come to me home. Come to me home. Come to me home at Lancet Street at sunset. Suddenly you get an Irish voice in your head. You don't entirely know why. Others like you will be there. And he turns into a pirate.
Atlantis is known to being off the coast of Ireland, just
Say.
right off the coast of the Green Isle.
Gadron must face his fate, and justice must be done.
Well, I definitely want to hear about this because I don't have very many favorable things to say about Gadrin. I'll have to find this location.
Okay. How would
I'm
you
not
like to go about
sure-
that?
I think I want to ask. I'm going to ask somebody. I'm going to ask. I don't know. Is there anyone around? I mean, I guess it's a busy street, but I
Yeah.
mean, anybody, maybe like a merchant or somebody.
There's a couple like fruit merchants on the street, a guard on patrol who is mostly involved in trying to coordinate efforts to put out the fire right now.
I'll approach a merchant, and I approach the merchant, and is it male or female or other?
It is a male.
Male. Okay. I approach him and I say, "Good sir, could you please help me find a location here in the city? I'm not super familiar with all of the places." And
Ma'am, do you not see what's going on here right now?
what?
There's
Yes,
a fire. There's a fire going on.
I know very well there's a fire. In fact, I happen to be in that building, and I'm pretty sure some really disrespectful little children caused this fire. So you don't have to worry
Children.
about that.
Ah,
Yeah.
the children. They got to you too, didn't they?
What do you mean?
These pesky children, they've been running around grabbing stuff. They belong to that Gadrin, I tell you.
Oh, I see. It all just light bulbs just go off in my brain. Okay, yeah, I may or may not have fallen victim to them here a few minutes ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, lass. I don't know why I've suddenly become Irish too.
I like your accent. You must not be from here.
Sorry, I've been hitting the grog.
Well, if you're sober enough to help me out here, I need to find the location of Lancet Street.
Lancet Street, yeah, I'm familiar with that area. It's not too far from here, actually. Yeah, it's just got to head down there about 12 blocks and make a right. Hey, you'll be right around it.
12 blocks and make a right?
Yeah, 12
All
blocks,
right.
make a right.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it, especially after, being a victim to those children.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear what happened to you too.
And I'm going to start, what time of the day is it? I know.
It is around noon.
Okay. Well, then now I know what I've got to do.
Excellent. All right, so you're gonna head in that direction.
Yep.
All right, so we are going to hop over to Orion. Orion, you find yourself on the coast there, completely wet, noticing that your book, your journal, is gone.
So, so I pull off my blue ascot and I wring it out and I tie it back on and I kind of dust myself off a little bit and get the sand out of my boots and check to make sure I still got my wand. That looks good. Check my little bobs and whatnots around me. Make sure mine a doggy sign looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take a quick analyzation of everything again, just one last time in case I just missed the smallest detail about this artifact that's supposed to be right here.
Give me another perception.
That's an 18 plus 9 for 27.
You are strategically, with laser focus, looking for this artifact or any clue that you were told about. And despite your best efforts, looking at it from multiple angles and really just looking at where this is supposed to be, you see nothing.
All right. Well, I'll come back another time. I need to go get me another book. And I immediately turn around and I'm going to go see if I can find another book.
All right. As you turn around and start to head down the street, you notice a card floating down towards you.
Spellcraft, as soon as I see it.
Okay.
I want to try and identify what kind of magic.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a 17 plus 10 for 27.
Okay. You are uncertain as to what kind of magic this is, but you have seen some tricks like this before, and you believe it might be illusionary.
All right. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to allow it to float all the way to the ground.
Okay.
And then I'm going to reach inside my vest to my little kit, and I pull out a pair of tweezers and a little like guiding compass, and I reach down and I start flipping it over with the tweezers and just double checking it, see what the hell's going on with it.
Okay. Yeah, so as you are like looking over this thing like a scientist, you see a message on one side of the card. The message reads, I know what Gadrin has done to you. He has wronged me as well. I know where he dwells, yet cannot strike at him. Come to my home at 3 Lancet Street at sunset. Others like you will be there. Gadrin must face his fate, and justice must be done.
All right, I'll pull out one of the vials that are strapped to my thigh that are empty.
Okay.
And I roll up the paper and I stick it in the vial. And I slip the vial back in its little holster on my thigh. And I look at the sky and I want to try to calculate exactly when sunset's supposed to be from where I'm at.
Okay. So you're like, you're kind of like creating a sundial at this point, like looking at shadows and stuff.
Yeah, looking at the coast, looking at the horizon,
All right.
looking at where the sun.
Someone nearby looks at you and goes, it's noon.
Oh, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I double check. I just want to make sure for myself. I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. And I don't believe him. I want to double check.
He just shakes his head and looks back down at what he was doing. But yeah, your calculations tell you it's around midday as well.
All right. And then I sneeze into my handkerchief because my allergies are kicking up as everything starts to dry out.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh man, I hate this. And so I'll go find me a book, and I kind of kick the sand to clean back up my little mess I made, and I head off the beach to find a merchant who sells a book.
Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, there's as you head down the street, there's various shops. You see one that's just labeled like odds and ends.
All right. I go in if it looks open.
It is, yeah, it's open. Yep.
Walk in and take a look, take a quick scan of everything, quick inventory in my mind.
Okay. There are some notebooks available for sale there.
All right, I go grab the most ostentatious looking, like way over the top, not most functional, but just beautiful looking book I can find.
Okay. So you grab that and you're gonna go up to the shopkeep with it?
Yep.
All right. So as you go up, it's a pretty young guy, maybe in his teen years. He's head deep in a book himself, and he sees you come up to the counter. He looks at the book. He goes, 10 silver.
I guess we just don't worry about the pleasantries. All right. Well, my name's Orion Dominias. I'm buying this book. Thank you very much for that. I pull out my money.
Money.
I pay the guy.
Okay.
I pull out my sack and I
Your money sack. Yeah. Perfect. All right. So you put the coin on the table.
Yeah, and also, hey, do you got any butcher paper and maybe some charcoal by chance around?
He like looks over and goes, yeah, right there. Just nods to the
thank
side.
you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, how about a shoulder bag? How much would that run me?
Shoulder bag?
Yeah.
He like looks around. He's like, I don't think we got it.
No, that's okay. I'll go grab butcher paper and the chalk or the charcoal, and maybe a little bit of chalk too, and whatever I pay him. What's the amount I owe you there?
And another silver.
All right. Well, I'll give you there. That's 11 silver, by the way, and I put that there, and I go, this is really nice. But what you might want to do is the way you got this categorized in here is a little confusing. What you want to do is, and he goes, and so Ryan starts to go in this whole orientation of how you need to start from left to right, and there's a succession that the customers are going to want to come in and see exactly how you want your stuff organized, and it's about a 5-minute oratory as he talks to this guy.
He just, as you start to go on, he like looks towards the back and he goes, Dad, We got a weird one.
Oh yeah, your father would probably love this. And what you want to do is you want to take that painting over there, and if you want to make it look right, you got to set it over.
As you continue to speak about this, we're gonna cut on over to, Yvette.
So I'm still just like kind of shaking my head at the sheer stupidity of the whole situation that just happened, and
Yeah. So yeah, you
and
find
also-
yourself in an alley with a now deceased dog, and those people have run off.
Yep. And I am missing a very important picture and some money. So
Yes.
I'm not very happy about that.
No.
I guess at this point, I'll pick up the dead dog
Okay.
and just kind of like move it so that it's not in the middle of the alley. Like I'll try to find somewhere that's kind of appropriate. And, I don't know if there's like anywhere that, I probably couldn't bury it anywhere, but at least I could like get it off to the side. So,
yeah.
it's not.
You can kind of find like a dark corner of the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I kind of look at the dog for a second, and I just kind of, say something like, I honor the life that you have given for, the happiness of this family or something like that. And then I just leave and, try to head back in towards the direction going before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you leave the alley, start to head down the street, you notice a card floating down towards you.
I kind of watch it as it falls, and like as it, I just kind of let it like hit the ground, and then I lean down and pick it up and read it.
Okay. As it hits the ground and you pick it up, you notice that there's writing on one side of the card, and it reads, "I know what Gadrin has done to you. He has wronged me as well. I have read this 4 times already. You should know the rest."
Got it.
It wants you to come.
Metagaming.
I broke the rules. All right.
You said no
You broke your
metagame.
own
I
rule.
know. I broke my own rule. I did it.
I mean, just free game for everyone.
Curses!
But yeah, the card says to come to my home at 3 Lancet Street at sunset, and others like you will be there.
Can I roll a knowledge geography to see if I know where Lancet Street is?
This would be more knowledge local.
Oh, okay. Then I don't have that.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm gonna try to find somebody nearby, and ask for directions. I'll look for the first person that I can see, a first adult I can see.
Okay. The first one you come across is a guard.
Okay. I will walk up to the guard and just say, "Excuse me, could you help me find? I'm looking for Lancet Street. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, of course I know where Lancet Street is.
Is it far?
It depends on what you consider to be far.
Okay. Well, could you give me directions on how to get there?
Yeah. He points in a direction.
And do I just keep going straight, or do I have to turn at all?
Look, lady, I ain't got time for this, all right? You need directions, just ask around. And he walks off.
Okay. Guess we're going that way. So I just kind of keep going that general direction that he pointed, and I'll go a few blocks and then I'll stop and ask somebody else.
Okay. Yeah. Someone else you come across, just a passerby, some guy carrying some bags, maybe he just did some shopping or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And excuse me, sir, do you live in town? Do you know where Lancet Street is?
Oh, of course I live in town. Yeah, that's oh boy, that's over. Yeah, it's over yonder, a couple streets down.
A couple streets down. Which direction?
So all right, so watch real close. So you're gonna go that way. There's a small bush on the side of this road there. Okay, you're gonna make a left at the bush.
Okay.
Keep going until you see 3 rusty trash cans. They're always there. No one's touched those rusty trash cans for quite some time. So you're gonna see those. You're gonna make a right at the trash cans. Then you go by the house with the barking dog. and then 2 houses after that, you make a left. That's Lancet Street.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no
and
problem.
I appreciate your time, and I'll set off in the direction towards the bush.
Okay. Excellent. We're gonna hop back to Orion real quick.
Oh my, okay.
So, you are continuing to tell the shopkeep about organization?
And so what you're going to do is you got to have your paper, your pencils, and you got to have your work all together.
Sir,
And then you're going to move along.
Sir, I have
yeah.
run this shop in my family for 80 years. Well, not
Oh,
me
great,
myself.
You guys should know
but-
better. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your clothing and you're going to.
Sir, do you have anything else to purchase here today?
Oh, no, thank you very much.
Have a good day.
I could draw it out for you.
Here's
if you
the
need me to.
door.
I
He
could go
puts his
take
arm around you, and he starts walking you to the door.
and one last thing. You know what Lancet Street is, by chance?
Yeah, if it'll get you to go, it's down the street. You're gonna make a right immediately, head down about 15 blocks, and you'll come across it there.
Oh man, thank you so much for your help. Do you happen to have a map of the city by chance?
Hey, Jeff.
You know, if you had organized your shop, you would have thought about it like that quick. You put your maps right here.
I'm
and
sorry, sir.
everybody
We
comes
do
in-
not have any maps. Good day. And he
that's cool.
closes the door on you.
All right. Well, that's a really nice group of people around this town. All right. So let me go head this way about 15 blocks. And I just kind of like pick up my new book, fill it out a little bit, and I start Charlie Miking down 15 blocks.
All right. So you are gonna head towards there, and
I'm going to go find it at least, yeah.
okay,
So I at least know where I'm going.
perfect. Yeah. And at this point, we are going to take a break. It's going to be about a 5 to 10 minute break, so everyone can get up, stretch their feet, use the restrooms if they have to. But before I do that, what's everyone thinking so far of the story? Any comments?
I think this is the New York City of the fantasy world.
It kind of is.
exactly.
Yes.
Corvosa,
Yep.
Corvosa is a
Just a couple
huge.
trash cans. You got to go to the house with the dog, walking dog.
Well, the sad thing is, like where I live, that's how people actually give directions. So
Uh-huh.
that kind of made sense to me.
Oh gosh, I remember growing up, people always used to give directions like, "Yeah, you're gonna go to the blinking red light. You're gonna head to the big tree next to 2 stones. Make a right there."
Yeah.
Decider, before we go to break real quick, I just want to, I have one quick thing. After the break, when we come back, I am going to announce the winner of our monthly contest, the March winner of our monthly contest. If you want to find out the details about that, you can jump in our Discord and we will, you guys can enter for the month. What is it? April? Yeah, it's April now.
It is.
But we're going to announce that when we come back from the break.
Excellent. All right, so stay tuned to hear the winner of that giveaway, and we'll be right back. Hey everyone, thanks for waiting for us. We are coming back. Welcome on back. I have my crew revitalized, refreshed, and ready for a little more service. They are not being paid for any of this. They are all being held here against their will. So,
Send help.
sorry.
I am here of my own free will.
Thank you. Thank you. Just as we discussed. And you will say nothing else. Well, yes, Cyclone Jack, I am on my second.
I am here of my own free will.
So how are we feeling so far?
I feel good.
Real
Great.
good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Is
I
the
think
chat
we're
having fun?
feeling
Looks like the
really
chat's
good.
having fun.
What does that say?
Doesn't say help us.
It definitely does not say help us.
It's too late to help any of you. You signed on for this. You all signed on for it.
Volunteered.
Yeah.
That's why we
I
all
was
need
asked.
help.
I was asked, so don't know about you guys.
But you agreed.
Oh, that's right. Oh, there's always that last part.
I
you
was
get me.
blackmailed.
I was
Got 'em.
I was voluntold.
Voluntold.
He
Ah.
needed a plant. That's what it was. You're the plant.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to call it right here, right now. The remove disc, Markov the Collector is the BGEG of the entire story arc.
Oh, yep.
BGEG. That's true.
I just want to point out that you still don't know who rolled the number I guessed.
It's true. We don't.
Yeah.
All right. Decider, I think you should announce who the winner is. Tonight is your night.
Oh,
I
you-
want to let you shine.
You want me to do
So
it?
I think you should announce the winner from the past month.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me and the winner of the what was that month we were just in? March giveaway? Is that what it was?
December.
I don't remember. The Golden Globe Award goes to Optimus Subprime Mortgage.
Yay!
Yeah.
There's no words on this card. Congratulations. Get in touch with the one and only Mike, and he will tell you how to proceed.
I will tell you how to proceed.
Yes. Excellent.
Proceed, Optimus.
Proceed.
Always forward. Always forward.
Roll
Always
out.
forward.
Roll out, Optimus.
You guys ready to get back into it?
I don't know. I don't think I
Yep.
really have the heart for
Let's
this.
do
Yeah.
it.
I'd
do
like to
it.
eat dinner instead.
Yeah,
Actually, sorry.
Honestly, I think we had a good run. You know.
Yeah,
I
it was
gotta-
good.
I gotta wash my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
time
you
to
should show
cancel
the.
show.
I think you should show the Dawson's Creek intro again.
I would,
Oh, I'm all about that.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
Dawson's what? You mean
I don't wanna-
Tabletop
I don't
Tavern
wanna
too?
wait.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good intro. I mean, that's but
That was
that's for
really
the-
good.
That's for the
I
beginning of
literally
the show.
almost asked my junior prom date to dance because of that song out of nowhere. I was just like looking, and I, totally didn't even know where I was there for a minute. I thought it was 1995.
Brought me way back. Brought me way back.
I
Way
got all
back.
awkward on the inside and was like, forgot to speak for a second. I don't know.
The best part
Just my
about
collar, cummerbund.
the best part about that, and I wish I had like filmed it, was as soon as it like went live on the stream, I immediately looked down at my Discord chat because it's on the ground. That was the only way I could see their cameras at the time, and just watch their faces as they realized what was happening. Oh, it was so good.
Phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal.
That was fantastic.
Ugh, I wish I had recorded it on the just their reactions to it. So,
Wow.
It was beautiful.
so
I
yeah, you
I'm having a lot of fun, Decider. I want to thank you for taking the time to do that for us, and it's super rad of you, and I do really
Thank you.
appreciate it. We bust each other's a lot, but I also want to say thank you to the community, right there.
well, that's a
And,
thank you. Yeah, look at that
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a hell of a thank you.
gift bomb.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
And thank you guys. If you're coming out for the first time tonight, we appreciate you being here. You guys who just got subs, you now can use those bonuses. If you need to know how, ask one of our moderators, and they will help you out with that. We are very proud of this community. We are very proud of where we have come in the last year. As I look at it right now, we are 7 subs away from 100 in 10 months.
That's so
insane.
cool.
We are 7 subs away from 100, which is absolutely amazing. So, guys, thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. We love your support. Decider, it's time for you to kill me.
excellent. All right. So as we come back, Arcturus immediately dies, and with that, we're gonna move on to let's see here. Arcturus, would you like to say any last words?
I do. I want to say, Wolverine!
Oh, dude, I could hug you. Oh man, that's great.
Oh my god. One of my favorite movies in topical.
Oh, yeah.
so.
Oh yeah, classic.
But honestly,
Alrighty.
let's hop on over to you. So, what were you doing last?
I was trying to get an idea for the perimeter area down by Lancet Street.
Okay.
Ideally, what I'm trying to do is think ahead, because if we have to, if I go into the situation and it turns out to be a bad situation, I want to know or have some idea of how to get out of the area in quick.
Okay.
So I'm trying to just get a lay of the land and walk casually, maybe a couple 100 feet out, and then casually towards like the area that I think it is in Lancet Street, so I can get a good idea of where I want to run in case things go south.
Okay. Awesome. So you head down to the area and you're kind of scoping it out. You're patrolling all the different roads and everything. You have identified the house that is on 3 Lancet Street.
Okay.
and you notice it's kind of at the corner of a road.
Okay.
So there's open road around it. You see some guards not too far away. You see it's a quieter area, but
What does the house look like?
it's how's the best way to describe it? Stone walls, like a muddy kind of stone. Like a brick tile ceiling. Is that the best way to describe it? Just
Yep.
yeah. It's nothing too fancy.
2 floor, 1 floor.
1 floor.
All right. If I walk around, can I see if it has a back door or a way to get out the back?
There is a back door, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And several windows.
Okay. All right. So I want to. What time is it now?
I would say that you've probably spent a good hour and a half on this. It is probably around 2:00.
Okay, so I still have an hour left.
Yeah.
All right. I want to kind of mingle throughout the street and just want to look around and see what kind of people are in this area. I'm just really want to get an idea for the people in this town and the sampling of people down here. I just like to get the kind of the lay of the land. So
yeah, absolutely. So as you kind of look around, you see a lot of people kind of doing mundane tasks around. You notice that a lot of them tend to be kind of keeping to themselves. But don't look too out of the ordinary or anything. They're focused on their tasks. It seems like a lot of people around here are just going about their daily lives.
Okay. What kind of is it like a poorer area, or is it?
It's not a rich area. Yeah, I'd say it's lower class.
Okay. All right. Are there people begging or?
Not that many. I mean, you've come across the occasional beggar as you've walked by, but
okay. All right. Is there any way I can sit down and grab a drink right now while I wait? That's in view of the that's in view of this house I'm supposed to.
In view of it, no.
Okay. Alrighty. Where can I ask around? I want to ask around to see if there's a bar close to here or a tavern or something like that that I can just waste a little bit of time.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So you can head on up to someone someone who looks like they're not gonna hurt you. But yeah, you ask them if there's any taverns around. The guy answers you. He goes, there's probably one couple blocks down the road. I mean, there's not too much down this way, but I think there's a place. I don't even know the name of it. You could probably grab a drink there. You'll see the sign hanging. It's just head straight in that direction.
Okay. What kind of place is it? Is it like a dive kind of place or?
Yeah, kind of like a little hole in the wall place,
Okay, perfect. Some place I can just put my hood down and just blend in.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So I'm gonna make my way over there and just I'm just trying to get a mood for the city, an idea for the people in the city, what races I see, and when I get over the inn, I'd like to or whatever. I'm sorry, the bar or whatever it is. I want to take a look before I go inside and see if I can pick up any information, and then when I get there, I'd like to go inside and talk to the proprietor.
Okay, absolutely. I mean, you see a whole slew of different races. There's half elves, humans, orcs. There's all sorts of things here. It's pretty much like a melting pot.
It is a melting pot. Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, so when I get there, I'd like to go in. I'd like to go up to the is there a barkeep or is it
Yeah, there's a guy working at the bar.
Okay, I want to go up to him. I want to go talk to him and order a drink, and I want to try and see if I can get any information out of him.
Okay, so he greets you and goes, "Good evening, sir. How may I help you?"
Good evening to you. I'm new in town. Do you have any good local varieties of drink that I could partake of?
Yeah, I have this one. It's called The Only Thing We Got.
Good sir. Good sir. I'll take 2 of those.
All
One for
right.
myself and one for you.
Oh, I appreciate that, but I'm not supposed to be drinking right now. And with that, he
Well-
takes a sip of a flask. Puts it back.
Sorry. I like your cut. So like I said, I am new in town, and what can you tell me about what's going on in this city? What can you tell me? Is there anything I should know? And as I do so, I slide a couple copper over. I slide. How much is the drink, sir?
I mean, just a $5.
All right, so I slide 5 copper over for that, and then I slide an additional 3 copper over for him, and I separate that on the table and slide it separately, and for the information.
Yeah. So, what exactly are you looking for?
I mean, I had a run-in with some kids out there, and one of my possessions gone missing, and it's really important to me. So I'd like to know, what do you know about these kids?
Kids? What kind of kids? How old we talking?
They under 10?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
quite small children.
So like 6 to 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they were street waifs. They were, I think they were, they hadn't hit the change yet. They were youngins, but they seem to be, they seem to be organized.
If you ask me, that sounds like Gadrin's folk.
Adrian, that's funny you say that name.
Why's that?
I just received a little information that it might be one of Gadrin's folks. So I have a meeting with him later, with somebody else today that's supposed to be giving me more information. That's what brings me down to this area. So I was,
Yeah. Any chance it's the guard?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, believe me, we've all been trying to get them to do something about it for a long time, and they seem to have their hands tied.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So
if you ask
it's a
me.
well-known presence in the city, or?
Yeah. Gadrin's lambs, his little lambs.
Gadrin's lambs. Interesting.
Yeah, they move their way about the city. Sneaky little guys. They'll come right up to you and pick your pockets clean without you ever knowing.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. I lost something important to me.
Well, if you ask me, you should probably just give up on it. I don't think I've seen too much of it around come back.
Is there a market for stolen goods in this town?
Gosh, there's a market for everything in this town if you know where to look.
Would you happen to know where to look for this market is? If somebody was trying to move one of these items?
He kind of looks around. He goes, "Look, man, I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure you want to get tangled up with these guys, but a lot of the happenings, the to and fro's, they happen down by the docks."
Yeah, it seems to be most cities. That's where the fun stuff happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can ask around there, but believe me, they are not ones to talk.
Do you have any contacts down there? Maybe something I can grease the wheels with?
No, not me.
Okay. Well, sir, I appreciate your time. Maybe you can keep an ear open for me, and maybe from time to time I can stop by and see if I can get some information for you. Or, I'm not asking for free, of course. I'd like to take care of you for your time.
You're not one of those kind of guys, are you?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
All I want is information.
Oh, well, if you were, I mean, I'm fine with that too. Just, anyway, yeah, information. Yeah, I hear things. That's fine. You can come back.
And what's your name, sir?
My name's Steb.
Stev. Okay.
Steb.
Stab.
With
My
a B.
apologies, sir.
Yeah.
With a B.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for this drink, and I'll probably come and see you for another one before I. What's the name of this place?
Hole in the Wall Tavern.
Okay. Sorry, Siri apparently wants to join this conversation.
Okay. Has she heard of it?
Siri, have you heard of the Hole in the Wall pub? No.
No. Damn. All right. Well, that
heard
means
of
the name's
Stev.
available.
Not Steb. Stev. No, Steb. No,
Stev.
Stev.
Stev was the guard you met. Steb's the
Yeah.
barkeep. Clearly,
Gotcha.
you should be able to keep this straight.
They have to be twins
No,
with names like that.
completely unrelated.
Are you related to a gentleman named Stev?
Stev? Nah, no Stevs in my family.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I'll retire to the one of the tables in here. Do you have any?
Alright.
Can you send over any food?
Yeah, we got potatoes. I ain't got no way to cook them, but we got potatoes.
I think I'll pass.
Oh god.
All right.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So you're gonna just hang out there until time passes.
I'm gonna nurse my drink for like an hour and then take off
Okay.
and head over to the address.
Okay.
I'm bringing it up again right now.
Okay. So with that, we're gonna cut over to Marktov. Marktov, you were just chilling and killing time until.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
So it's about time if you want to head on over there.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'll head on over there.
All right. You head on over there. That was a good time. So we're gonna
Find
move
a
on.
bush, make a left.
You know the ways, past the trash cans, and yeah,
Exactly.
you know it. You're familiar with the city. It's excellent. We're gonna cut on over to Shula.
Well, I really would like to get my money back. I'm kind of still a little pissed about that,
Okay.
but I don't know if there's any chance of finding those kids. But I wanted to spend some time maybe just kind of walking around the city and keeping an eye out to see
Okay.
if I see any of them before I have to get there.
Okay. Are you heading in that general direction, or are you just
Yeah,
wandering?
that part of town.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as you wander, you see some kids running to and fro, laughing, playing, mostly with their parents in sight, but you don't see the children, the scraggly, dirty children that you ran into.
Okay. Then I'm going to head towards the meeting point.
Okay.
But carefully.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced that this isn't a trap. So I want to kind of come in an indirect way.
Okay. So yeah, you're watching the route that you were told to take, but you're not exactly taking the most obvious roads. You're maybe going the street next to them, things like that. Are you just casually walking down these streets?
Yeah, I'm trying not to look too obvious that
Okay.
I am essentially casing the place.
Okay. Roll me a stealth. Just out of my own curiosity.
That's gonna be a 5 for
Okay.
stealth.
So you got your hands like in your pockets and you're kind of doing the generic like whistling as you're walking by, like looking around at place. People look up at you. They look back down. They don't really seem to care too much.
That's good.
Yep.
Do I see the entrance to the building
You do, yes.
where I need to go to?
Yep.
Well, I'm pretty much gonna do that until I'm expected to arrive.
Okay. Cool. So you're gonna just kind of patrol the area.
Yeah.
All right. Orion.
Yeah, yes.
So, you've been kicked out of the shop and you're headed towards the area, correct?
Yeah. So when I get now, we know that Shula was trying to be incognito, and Arcturus was being incognito. Orion, he just blatant is just staring at the building, and he's just like, he pulls out the jar and he looks at it, and he looks at the building, and he looks around, and he kind of looks at the building, and he kind of puts his hand on his hip, and he's kind of like trying to figure this all out, and he kind of looks at the sky for see what time it is. He looks at the building again, and he just kind of rolls the thing up, puts it back in his pocket, and he just kind of like stares at the building and kind of stands out there for a second as he kind of calculates the area around him to try to figure out if there's anything unique about all this.
Which building
And
are you
he's
standing
sticking
out
out like a sore thumb.
of? You're standing outside of 3 Lancet Street.
Yeah, the building
Okay.
itself. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. He just
Shula, give me a perception.
Okay.
What did you
That's a
roll?
1.
Oh.
One.
A
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
Again.
Shula's not the most perceptive.
I'm very aloof, okay?
Very
So-
mad about your money. You're just preoccupied about the money.
So yeah,
Exactly.
you're just patrolling around still. You don't really notice anything. Ryan, you give me a perception.
Sure. That's a 17 plus 9 for a 26.
And Shula, if you'd like, I'd allow you to roll a new stealth check if you would like to.
I would definitely like to.
Okay.
Remember, too, you have those bonuses from the community.
That's true.
Um,
That's very true. Thanks for reminding me. I'm going to use my +3 then for the stealth roll. And I'm glad that I did. Did I just set a new record?
I didn't. What? I didn't see anything.
Oh, it didn't come up. It was a 1. I'll be honest
Oh
with
my
you.
lord! No.
Yeah.
Roll it
So,
again. Roll it
but
again.
that's-
I'm only
okay,
taking it if
okay.
it hits the tracker. So.
Okay, I appreciate that. Holy, I don't think I've ever done that bad. That's better. It didn't.
Okay. So yeah, I see 13 plus 1 for 14.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So, Orion, you notice someone who seems to be kind of wandering about the place, just kind of casing the joint almost. You know.
Orion is oblivious to her trying to sneak in around.
Okay.
And so I just kind of walk up and like, ma'am, are you interested in this building too by chance? This is just the most awkward situation. I've been asked to be here in a couple of hours, and you know, I see you looking around the building and whatnot. Is there something special about this place I should know about, or I'm kind of new to this area?
He's talking to you, Shula.
Oh, I thought he was talking to someone else. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not super new to the area. But are you here for a particular reason?
Oh yeah, I was asked to be. Like, I had this little, I pull up a vial and I pull out the piece of paper and say, didn't the darndest thing just kind of like dropped out of the sky? I mean, I know magic. I know it's kind of weird magic, kind of intrusive, a little awkward, you know what I mean? Magic used that way. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. But so I'm just kind of looking, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with this building. Why I gotta be here at sunset? I mean, is it like a celebration or whatnot? Is it like confetti and what goes on around here?
I'm suspicious, so I'm gonna roll a sense motive on Orion.
Okay. Orion, are you trying to like bluff or conceal your intentions
Nope.
or anything? Okay.
Nope. He is all bearing that straight out. I don't even resist the check if that's it.
Shula, what'd you roll? Just so I know.
I hate that I have to say it, but it's a 1 plus 4 for 5.
Now you've set a new record for continuous ones.
No.
I'm
My
so
lord.
ashamed.
We need to get you some new dice.
Yeah,
Seriously.
change the
agree.
color of your
Change
dice.
the color of them.
Yeah.
That's bad
Dice.
juju, is what that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that after.
Shake it off. Good thing we're not in like combat or anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See, during combat it'll be better because
Speaking of which, roll for. No, I'm kidding.
I like it.
All right. So, yeah, you fully believe he's telling the truth?
Yeah, he's totally just bearing it out there.
Yeah.
I really don't mean to disturb you. Just a little curious.
I pull Orion in a little bit closer and I pull my note out and I kind of like show it kind of sneakily and I show him I got one too.
Oh, that's a little strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm curious as to what's happening here.
Yeah, this is getting curiouser and curiouser. Oh, my name's Orion, by the way. Orion Dominus.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you. I'm
And I look
Shula.
like Orion is a tall drink of water who just happens to look a little bit like Oliver Queen, dressed as a wizard. And he's just going, oh, yeah, it's really nice to meet you there, Shula. Oh, I didn't mean to disturb you if you got to go back to, looking at the plants or shrubbery or whatever you were doing earlier.
Well, I was actually casing the place out where we're supposed to meet. And I
like casing it out, you know what I mean? Like,
But
they
I'm
call
being
lie
kind of-
low.
I'm being kind of an unobservant derp tonight, so I haven't really seen anything that seems out of the ordinary.
Man, that sounds like a lot of fun. Can I do that too? Whatever you and I start like skulking around the bushes. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like, is this how you do it?
Skulking around. I'm so happy our players have met a little bit. Oh. Okay, so
Am I doing it right, Shula? Is how we do it?
Well, you have
Keys
to
in the
be
place?
stealthy about it, but we can try.
Should I roll a stealth check?
yeah,
Because
I
I'm
mean, you're attempting.
fumbling my ass around.
You're attempting to be stealthy, so let's see how well you attempt to do it. I know you have no intention of actually being stealthy, but
12 plus 7 for 19.
you are showing Shula how it's done.
I vanish.
Whoa,
Magic.
amazing.
And with my very bad perception, I have no idea where you've gone, even though you're standing right next to
He's
me.
blended in with the environment like a chameleon.
Ninja wizard. Oh, Shula, I'm right here. And I'm just like, right here. I'm totally scoping this place out right now.
All right. As you can to continue to talk and meet, I'm gonna go over to Yvette. So Yvette, what are you up to?
I think I found the trash cans.
Okay.
You know, I'm still making my way along. I'm assuming that these are the correct trash cans because there are 3 of them and they look pretty rusty. So
Give me a perception.
okay, that's an 11.
Okay. And give me a survival.
It's a little scarier. Let's see. That is a 10.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're making your way. You're following the path. You're doing decently.
So
Finding
would
your
you say
directions.
I'm making my way downtown?
Down.
Oh no, it started. It
Folks.
started here.
Oh God.
There it
I could see Mike was trying not to do it.
The song
Wait.
references have started.
And this is where we decline into madness.
Yeah.
Making my way downtown.
No.
Walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound.
For fuck's sake.
Nice one.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Now I know how Mike feels.
I think you're singing the Dave song.
Now, guys, somebody clip that, please. Please clip what was just said.
Now I know how Mike feels.
Mike needs to sing the Dave song to us at some point.
We'll save that for later.
Yes,
All right.
indeed. So Yvette, yeah, you're making your way downtown.
I am not even sorry. Okay, so I get to the
Mhm. Yeah,
to the
you're-
trash cans and pretty sure that I'm making my way the correct
yeah.
direction.
I'd say you've arrived at by now. Remind me real
Excellent.
quick. Have you killed any time, or did you just head straight there?
Well, it took me some time to like figure out how to get there, and
Yeah.
then I probably just like took my time getting there because I was like, well, it's about noon, so
Okay.
you know, I have some time. So I probably like as I was walking was like stopping and looking at stuff like, oh, that's pretty cool, and oh, that's a neat looking
Wow, look
place.
at that
and
trash can. Look at that
Yeah.
trash can.
that
That's
trash
amazing.
can is not very rusty. There's only
Wow.
2 over there, so that can't be right.
That's
yeah.
amazing. Is that a
I
dead
hear
rat?
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was just like going fairly slow, taking my time.
I'm gonna say when you arrive that give me a perception.
Oh, that is a 14 plus 6 for 20.
As you arrive there, you see off to the side 2 people standing there having a conversation. One of them is, I don't know, skulking around, and he's kind of looking weird about it, but he's also kind of doing it in a way that he like blends in with the crowds moving and stuff, and like
I move like a dove in the
Yeah.
air.
so yeah, you see 2 people just kind of being buffoons over there, and
Okay.
having a conversation. But it's up to you what you'd like to do at this point. You have identified the building that the card has told you to arrive at,
Okay.
and you're approximately maybe 15 minutes from the time you're supposed to arrive there.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of, I don't even want to say anything to them. I just kind of want to stand there and watch them for a little while.
It is quite entertaining. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like,
So
I'm trying to like figure out what they're doing because whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it's not what they meant to be doing.
You see Orion going, Shula, I'm right here. Shula, right here. And Shula going, where? Where are you? She's like walking away from me. No, right here, behind you. I'm right here in this bush. Where are you?
I look
That's
very
what you see, like,
confused.
Yeah.
Dog
So I'm just gonna
barking
kind of
somewhere.
watch the two. I'm gonna like lean up against like a nearby tree and kind of cross my arms and just kind of watch them.
okay. No, actually, let's go over to Marktov. Marktov, you're going to be arriving right about now.
Awesome.
Roll me a perception, and let's see what you see. Let us look through your eyes. Give me your
Looking
eyes.
through my eyes. I got a 19 minus 1 for 18.
You have a negative on perception?
I got a negative whiz.
Excellent. I love it. I'm sorry.
This is gonna be an epic campaign.
I'm not used to that, considering in Tabletop Tavern I have a plus 13 to my perception.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think it could be negative, you know? So,
Yeah.
all right. I mean, hey, at least you rolled well. So yeah, you see off to the side, one person standing there who seems to be talking to another person, but you don't necessarily see who she's talking to. And you see the building that you were told to arrive at.
All right. I take up my little card. I look at the card. I look at the building just to verify 100% that it is the building.
Mm-hmm.
Once I do so, I put my card away and I just walk into the building.
Excellent. As you walk into the building, thank you so much for doing so. We have
Same versus death.
Yep, it's slay living, and you are done. So
Good.
it's been
See
fun.
ya.
I enjoyed your time in the campaign. You were the lowest roller. Goodbye. So as you walk in, the interior of this small, humble home consists of a single, cozy chamber filled with a fragrant haze of flowers and strong spice. The aroma comes from several sticks of incense smoldering in wall-mounted burners that look like butterfly-winged elves.
Ooh.
The smoke gives the room a dreamy feel. The walls are draped with the brocaded, I don't know how to read tapestries. Tapestries. Tapestries.
Tap the astro.
Tapestries.
Nailed it.
That's right.
And it's over.
And it's over. One showing a black-skulled beast juggling human hearts, and another showing a pair of angels dancing atop a snow-blasted mountain. A third tapestry on the far wall depicts a tall, hooded figure shrouded in mist, holding a flaming sword in a skeletal hand. Several brightly colored rugs cover the floor, but the room's only furnishings are a wooden table covered by a bright red throw cloth and several elegant tall back chairs. A basket covered by blue cloth sits under the table.
Alrighty. Is there any way to identify who these tapestries are depicting or what they're depicting?
Give me do you have knowledge religion?
I do indeed.
Okay. Roll it.
Here it comes. I got a 7 plus 4 for 11.
Yeah, I mean, you know they're religious symbols of some kind, but you are not quite familiar with them.
I hope they're not of my own gods.
That would be
They would be
embarrassing.
very disappointing.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
If I may.
Yeah.
The spice on the wall, how fresh is it?
I'll let you know when you get there.
I have a
I
question.
just wanted to see if it was old.
I have a question. The spice on the wall, how fresh is it?
It's just, it's pretty fresh. Yeah.
So you wouldn't say
Okay.
it was old spice?
Uh,
Oh my god.
Gee.
I love it.
Uh.
I get to torture him so much now.
Choke yourself. Oh my god.
Clip it. Clip it. That's the first frustrated face of a DM. Clip it.
So anyway, is there? Do I hear anybody inside? Do I like see anybody?
Give me a perception with your -1. Or you could boost
Here I
it.
go.
Wow.
18 minus 1 for 17.
Excellent. So as you look around, you don't see anyone, but you do notice a single note on the table.
What's with all these notes? I head over there and I grab it and I
Okay.
read it.
Yeah. Why don't you read for us what the note says?
Thank you for coming. I had to step out for a bit, but shall return shortly. Please have a seat while you wait. The basket under the table contains bread and drink for you. Okay. I tuck the note in my pocket. And then I grab some bread and some whatever the drink is, and I sit down.
Are you gonna drink any of the drink?
Well, what does it look like? Is it just clear?
Dark in color, maybe a reddish.
Dark reddish in color.
Smells somewhat grapey.
I feel like as though I'm familiar with what wine is.
Yes,
So
you
I
might
will
be.
definitely take a sip.
Okay, excellent. Yeah,
Does
it's
it have a label?
it is labelless. No label.
Is there
It's-
just one bottle or is it like
No, there's a
bunch of-
label on it that says labelless, and then under it says no label. Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. But am I drinking like everybody's wine? Because I will definitely do that.
I mean, there's like a couple bottles.
Okay, we're good.
Are you gonna drink all of them?
No, I just take the one.
Okay,
and
excellent,
Start sipping on it.
excellent. Okay, so
Straight from the bottle like a savage.
we're gonna hop on over to Arcturus.
So where are we actually on the map? Can you point out where, like, what area we are on the map?
You know, I cannot because I have been searching furiously for this house on the map, and I have yet
Okay,
to
fair
find
enough.
it. So
Okay, fair enough. Good job. I'm proud of
thanks.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's close to the time when I'm expected to go over there.
Yeah. I mean, you've
Or requested.
you've killed time, and you think you have just enough time to get over there at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way.
I found it.
You found it. Good job.
I found it. Hold on. Okay. No. Boom. Drawing pointer. Pointer incoming. It is right there. Can you see that?
Yep, we can zoom in.
Excellent.
Oh, found it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's relatively close to the docks too. Okay.
Isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I hadn't noticed that, and I can actually say that considering I couldn't find where the house was. So I had not noticed that.
Okay. So I want to make my way down there. I want to look casual as I do so, and maybe inconspicuous.
I don't know. Walk casual.
Okay. So you might be attempting to, I don't know, blend in, right, with the crowd.
I would.
All right, stealth it.
How do I stealth?
You roll. You go to your skill tab, and there's a skill called stealth, and you take the little dice thing and you roll that.
That would be a 12 plus 2 for a 14, sir.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're awesomely, you think you're awesomely blending in with the crowd, and you kind of continue to approach the building. You have identified the area, and I would like at this time for Orion, Shula, and Yvette to give me a perception.
I changed my dice color, by the way.
Is it working for you?
I got a 14, so
I got an 11.
Better.
Okay.
I got an 18 plus 9 for 27.
Okay. I'm going to say, Shula and Orion, you see a man who is blending in with the crowd, but you can tell his wardrobe doesn't, it kind of stands out to you a bit. Yvette, you're just infatuated by, the shenanigans across the street there with Orion and Shula.
That's totally fair. Yeah.
Okay.
At this time, I've taken a piece of the shrubbery and I'm holding it over my head. And I'm like, did we see Martov walk in the door?
No, you did not.
Okay. And I'm like, there's a guy blending in with the crowd, and somehow that's suspicious to me. Shula.
It just kind of catches
That
your
was
eye.
great act.
Is all.
I ask if you think that there's more people, maybe more than just the two of us.
Well, that's reasonably understandable. I could see that being the case. I mean, I'm totally hidden right now, so no one can see me. Well, you can because you're looking at me, but that's a little bit different.
Wait, where'd you go? I lost you again. I'm sorry.
I would like to, as I'm, making my way over there. I want to try and surveil the situation, and I've been when I was there earlier, I saw what the area looked like. I want to,
Yeah.
as I walk up, I just want to be very aware of my surroundings.
Give me perception.
Alrighty, how do I do that?
I hate you. Channel your hate.
That's a 3 + 2 for a 5.
Lucky for you, I'm giving you a slight bonus because you've already surveyed the area. You notice, you notice that there are some people standing around.
Are they specifically by the house that I'm going to, or?
They're all kind of within eyesight of it. I mean, you see two people off to the side who are kind of killing time. You see some shopkeepers. You see a small group of people, maybe 3 or 4 adults, having a conversation off to the side. And you see one off to the left of you who is standing there staring across the street.
Okay. Well, I have an objective now, and I want to go for it.
Okay.
So I'm going to cross over, through the crowd, and I'm going to walk up to the door, and is the door open currently?
The door is, Marktov, did you close the door behind you?
Yeah, I probably would have.
Okay. The door is closed.
All right. So I'm going to do a knock real quick
Thank you.
and wait till see if there's any reaction.
Marktov, you hear a knock at the door.
I'm just gonna yell out, "It's open!" And I'm eating bread and drinking wine.
Okay.
All right. So I open the door and I go in,
Okay.
and I say to him, "I got your note."
Well, it is not my note. I got the same, assuming same note as you. I
What
pull
is
out the first note. What'd you say?
I was just going to ask you what your note says so we can compare.
Yeah, I read the first note off to him.
Oh, that's the same note I got. Interesting. But so you're in here, but where is the person we're meeting if you're not the person I'm supposed to be meeting?
Oh, he's here to step out for a little bit. He said he will be back shortly. There is bread and wine underneath the table in that basket. You're certainly welcome to help yourself.
I want to cast Detect Magic at this point.
Okay. So is there a specific direction you're pointing in?
So if I'm by, I haven't fully gone in. You know what I like?
Yeah,
I'm
so you're
just
standing at
past
the door, right?
threshold. The threshold of the door.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how big the house is, but I want to specifically make sure the bread and the wine are in the cone.
Okay.
So I put my hands together, and I form a pyramid, and then I spread them out before me, and I cast Detect Magic.
As you do, the entire area glows with a slight hint of magic.
I want to concentrate and see if I can identify what type of magic it is.
Okay.
And the strongest aura in the area.
Okay. Let's see here. What kind of check would this be?
It would be the spell.
Boom, boom, boom. Knowledge Arcana.
You're having me do knowledge out of Canada to figure out what
what?
school of magic is?
Huh? Yeah. That's what you're saying?
No.
Nope.
No. So typically, the way you detect magic works, the longer you concentrate on it,
Right.
it gives you the school, and the longer you concentrate on it, I believe the third tier is it gives you the most powerful presence in the area. So it's a part of the spell. I don't think you have to make a skill check to know that.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it seems kind of let's see here. I got to read on this one here.
Sure.
Illusion magic.
Okay. All right. So as I concentrate, do I get a idea for what the strongest presence is in there, or is it just surrounding me?
Surrounding you.
What's your name?
My name is Markov the Collector. What is yours?
They call me Ark.
Well, hello, Ark. It is good to meet you.
I have a feeling the situation might not be what it seems.
I would have to agree with you there.
It seems. I want to choose to disbelieve that we're actually standing in a building.
Okay. So for that, you would roll a will save.
All right. I will do that.
I see what you did there.
And I'm going to use +3 from Gardener Girl.
All right.
So that would be a 12 plus 2 plus the +3 from Gardener Girl for a 17.
Okay. So you say, I don't believe, and you open your eyes and everything's there.
Okay.
What are you doing?
There's a strong sense of illusionary magic in this area. It's all around us.
Interesting. Very
This is,
interesting.
I want to sense motive on Markov to make sure that he is being on the level with me.
Roll it. I should sound clip roll it.
And I'm going to use a +1 from QA Ben. That's a 17 plus 1 for 18.
Markov, you're being
Yep.
honest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You detected being you sense honesty in his words.
This is a very curious situation. Very
I
curious.
agree, but there's free wine, free bread.
I
Have a
wouldn't-
seat and enjoy yourself.
Have you already partaken of the wine and the bread?
I absolutely have.
I'll give it a couple of minutes and see if how you fare with it. Tell me how your belly's doing in a couple of minutes.
Speaking of a
Hey.
couple minutes,
Yes, so.
while you do that, we're gonna hop back outside. Let's go back over to Shula and Orion. You think it's around the time that you're supposed to meet up at this point?
Do we see Arky go in the building?
Give me perception,
All right.
Arky.
Can I
That's so
assist him on
cute.
that?
Sure.
I'll use my +1 from Cyclone Jack.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Bravo. And you're assisting him?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm glad I pulled that. So that's a 3 plus 9 plus 1 from Cyclone Jack gives me a 13.
All right. So together, you two, knowing that you're both supposed to meet up in there, you're kind of looking around and keeping an eye to see, the happenings around there. And you do happen to notice that Arcturus, someone has gone inside.
Did you see
Specifically.
that? Somebody went inside.
Yeah.
Do you think we should follow?
Yeah. But that's like you said, incognito, sneaky. Like that's what we gotta do, right?
I'm gonna go in behind you. I'm gonna let you go first, and I will take up behind.
All right, so I start low, like I get down low, like real low, like a gnome, and I start like duck walking, because I think I know what I'm doing now, and I'm just kind of waddling past under the window, and I look behind, make sure Shula's there, and I'm like, okay, and I kind of rip my pants just a little bit as I keep walking. It's cool though. I play it off,
No.
and I walk up to the door, and I'm like, all right, we're here. What do we do next?
Hold on, before you open the door, I'm gonna cast guidance on you. And I put my hand on him, just give him a little gentle touch.
Oh, I feel so inspired all of a sudden. And I knock on the door.
So while you're doing that, you've been particularly focused on these two, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
you
it's-
see them moving.
Yeah, at this point, I'm noticing that they're moving towards the door, and I'm like, huh, interesting.
All right.
I'm kind of watching them. I guess I'll start making my way over that way, but
Okay.
kind of
Keeping your
still
distance.
keeping my distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So
Can
yeah,
I tell she starts coming since I'm behind Orion?
roll me a perception.
Perception is a 4.
For the hell of it, roll me a stealth. You bet.
Okay, and I am gonna use one of my +3s from Gardner Girl.
Well, this is gonna go well.
Oh, that's what you think.
Oh no.
That is a 9 + 2 for 11 plus another 3 for what is that? 14.
Yeah, maths. All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't notice.
Well, that's normal for tonight. So
Yep, that's,
okay.
that's definitely
Then
normal.
I continue kind of hovering over while he's like scooting, and I'm just kind of
Okay.
standing normal, walking behind him.
And Orion, you've knocked on the door.
I have.
All right,
Do I
Arcturus.
hear this?
Yeah, I was gonna say Arcturus and Marktov. You hear a knock on the chamber door. A knock,
I'm gonna
knock,
put my-
knock.
I'm gonna put my finger up to my lips like this. And is there anywhere in the room or an adjacent room that I could duck behind?
There is a single room with a single table and 5 chairs.
I'm gonna move away from the door. I want to get to the farthest point in the room and be able to look back at the door. And I'm gonna ready a spell in case something hostile is coming through that door.
Lovely. All right. Marktov, any actions you want to take?
I look at you like, what? Like, and then I literally say out loud, why?
You don't know I'm casting a spell
No, I don't. I say why to like you putting your finger up to your lips.
because somebody's knocking at the door. Would somebody who's knocking at the door would they knock at the door coming into their own house?
You knocked on that door. It
Yes,
says that
but
this card here says that we're meeting others who are just like us, or something.
Orion and Shula, give me perception checks. Shula, if you just want to fail it, you can.
Thanks for the confidence.
You're welcome.
Right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's
Oh.
a 5.
Yeah, it's a
I'll just
3
pretend
plus
like I
9
didn't
for
roll
12.
at all.
That's what I warned you against. All right, Orion, you're actively listening for a response to your door knock, and you hear mumbling on the other. Well, what sounds like mumbling to you on the other side of the door.
All right, I stop and I go, Shula, there's people inside. I can hear them. And I put my ear on the door and I'm like, man, we are good at this. And I listen to the door really closely.
Well, I get down and whisper in Orion's ear. The note said that we're meeting other people, so maybe there's some people in there already.
Oh, so should we stop sneaking around? I'm kind of following your lead on this one because I have no idea what I'm doing right.
I grab the door handle and I open it from behind him and then sneak back behind him.
Okay.
Crouched, I'm like, looking.
So you, let's see here. And when I say you, I mean Arcturus and Marktov. You guys see the door open, not too hastily, but it opens, and you see a man and a woman hiding behind him.
Come on in. Come on in.
Let's go. I give him a little nudge.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, good, great. And I kind of stand up and I dust myself off, fix my eyes gut, make sure my stuff's all. And I said, after you, madam.
I'm gonna just.
Oh no, after you.
Oh, okay. And I walk right on in, and I'm just like, man, we are so good at, man, we just totally scoped this whole place out. It was great. What's your name, man?
I'm Martov, the collector.
What do you collect?
Just things I find interesting, like...
I look at them and I say, souls.
No, I don't collect souls. I'm a paladin, I'm above that. But I do collect adventuring gear.
One
Oh,
of
you're
those.
paladin.
What do you mean
Paladin?
one of those?
Uh,
All holy and righteous and good? Absolutely.
Yeah. Where's your shiny golden armor?
Gold is a very, very not effective armor.
Where
I
is
would
this other
know.
voice coming from?
Did I hear holy? Peek around.
Yes. Hello. I am a paladin.
Oh, I suddenly feel a lot more relaxed than I did before and don't hide so much.
Yvette, give me a perception check.
From me?
Yvette.
Oh,
There is food and wine.
18 plus 6 for 24.
So you're outside the door, out of sight from them, but the door is still open, and you are listening intently in this.
Okay. So I can hear the whole conversation.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I'll walk up behind Shula, but still being very quiet, so not to startle her, but also to try to not break stealth.
Okay. Okay. So you're
And just kind of hang out for a minute.
roll me a stealth on this, and everyone else roll me a perception.
I'm gonna okay, in that case, I'm gonna use my other +3
Okay.
from Optimus.
All right. Awesome.
2 plus 2 for
16.
2 plus 2 for 4.
3 plus 9 for 12.
2 minus 1 for 1.
Oh my lord.
13 plus 5 for 18.
You've done it. You're sneaking right up, you know? That's amazing. You guys have some bad rolls. The
My-
best roller
mine
there.
wasn't bad. I was
The
16.
best roller there was Shula. Yeah. Just wow.
Best troll was Shula. Labels, man.
Labels.
Already happening.
Labels.
Labels. Compartmentalization.
So yeah, so you're kind of behind them a little bit, like, and no one's noticed you yet.
Okay. That's all. I'm just gonna hang out for a minute until everybody goes inside.
I turned to Shula and I'm like, I put my hand out and shake. You taught me so well. These are some skills that I know I'm just going to totally utilize from this point forward. You're a great mentor. Thank you so much. And I shake.
I'm speechless at that point.
Man, you're just great at this. Thank you so much.
I just want to watch the people in the room, and I'm looking for ill intentions at this point. And
Okay.
I'm just very cautiously watching everybody, and watching for ill intent.
Do you want to give me a sense motive on anything being said, or?
I'm more looking
kinda
for
watching.
hostile actions, or
Okay.
like a quick movement or a hostile action.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit back and listen to what they say and reserve judgment later.
Okay. Excellent.
I'm going to start looking around and I'm going to start calculating. Like, I see these crazy looking pictures. We don't need to roll anything. We'll just assume that I came to the same assumptions or whatever. And I start to calculate like the positioning to see if there's any kind of correlation between this picture and this wall and this picture and that wall. And then I want to start to mentally think that where everything is, if it matches with the perimeter of the house that we walked into, and I want to make sure I calculate this all out perfectly.
Okay. Well
Sorry,
done.
that's what he does, man. Sorry,
It's just-
Orion.
He's figuring everything out.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just making sure everything's feng shui and mathematically correct where it needs to be. And he'll
Yeah.
start making small changes as
So, yeah, I mean the room, is the same size as the outside of the building, minus the depth of the walls, and it's just seems like
nothing
a
looks
rather
out of
nice.
whack.
No, I mean it seems pretty nice,
All right.
Recently
Move like a
lived in.
book or two just to get it in the right order.
They move. Yeah, you arrange it in alphabetical order, probably, as you
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
would. Yeah.
Alphabetical and then color.
Yes, excellent. So yeah, would anyone else like to do anything at this
Is
moment?
there a point in which I can sense Evie coming up behind me?
If Evie proceeds any further,
because I tend to be.
Have you guys entered? Have you guys fully entered the building at this point?
We're like in the foyer. Like he's probably like in it, and I'm kind of in the doorway. But
Right.
being a skittish person, I always kind of like am looking over my
Oh,
shoulder.
yeah,
so.
I'm knee
Are there-
deep in this building.
Is it flat, like flat entry from the street, or are there stairs to get up?
Flat entry. But interesting thing about the foyer is it's also the living room and kitchen and dining room and everything. It's just one room.
Then I'm probably still several steps back,
Okay.
behind her, but several steps back.
Okay. Mark Tov's munching away on the bread and wine still. Arcturus, you're still in the corner.
Yep.
Excellent. Are you still like prepped with like ready to do anything at a moment's
If
notice?
anything negative happens, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay. Excellent. So,
I wanted to introduce myself to Mark Toff because being an oracle and religiously affiliated, I very much wanted to meet someone similar. So I introduce myself. I go up and I say, "Hi, I'm Shula."
Hello. Did I say my name? No. Markov the Collector.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Do you know why we are here? I mean, obviously the note says we were wronged, but like, I just lost a crowbar and I don't even know my flask. Oh, my flask. Where's my flask?
can't forget the flask.
I'm going to look down at my hand and look at the missing ring at this point. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we're here or who brought us here, and I'm hoping to find some answers. I thought maybe you'd have some.
Oh, no, I don't have any answers. I'm afraid.
Oops, I did a roll an accident.
Okay. Apparently you rolled a 12 on your concentration. So good
I
job.
just kind of peek behind me as I'm checking out these pictures and rearranging them, make sure they're straight. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm Orion Dominus. Nice to meet you." And I go right back to what I'm doing.
All right. So everyone is inside with the exception of Yvette at this point.
Yeah. So once everybody gets inside, Shula, did you close the door behind you?
No, I haven't. I'm still kind of in the foyer. I guess I forgot to.
Okay, that's fine. I will pretty much make my way up to the door at that point and kind of peek my head in and be like, "So this is where the party is, huh?"
Good gracious, all my stars and
Whoa.
daughters. What was that?
Yes, it is. Come on in. Well, actually, wait, hang on. There were 4 of us. Are you the person that left the note that said you were going to be a little bit late? Or that you were stepping out?
No, there was a note saying that whoever sent me a note is going to be late.
Yes, it was left on the table. I took it.
Oh, well, it was not me.
Well, what is your name?
I am Yvette.
Yvette. I am Martov the Collector. This is Shula. That is Orion. Ark is off that way.
I should have never really said anything.
Wave my hand.
Wait, who is Ark?
Yeah.
Oh, it is that guy over there.
There's a guy over there.
Oh,
Did
how
you
did we
not-
miss?
I mean, have you heard him talking? He was talking.
I
You
heard him
guys
talking.
heard that too? Oh man,
I'm
I
not
didn't want
good
to say
at
anything because I don't want to come off crazy.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I got a note saying that I needed to be here. Somebody had some information, or
Yeah, I got one too, and I pull out my
Suppose so.
vial out. You see this holster on my thigh that I pulled a vial out, and I pulled a note out. Yeah, I got a note too.
The note that was left said that for everybody, there's a basket somewhere. I forgot where I left it. It's got food, wine in there, and have a seat and just wait for them. They'll be back any minute.
So at this
Oh.
point, a woman appears in the doorway. She walks in. Now I'm going to show you guys what she looks like here. So as she walks in, she looks around. She says, "Ah, Thank you, everyone, for coming. Please, have a seat.
Do I
Mark
see
just-
Arcturus now?
Sorry, what was that?
Do I see Arc now?
I would hope at this point.
So I look at him. And I give him that like Michelangelo with the other guy with the nunchucks look, and I'm like, fellow chucker, eh? I give him that. I know you're a caster. I see. And I sit down.
She looks over at you in the corner there, and she says, "Please, have a seat."
I think I'll stand.
Very well. Is everyone else taking a seat at the table?
Marktov has already sat down.
Yes, I'll
Okay.
take a seat.
Marktov, would you like to stand up and then sit again upon the request?
No, it's all right.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay. So she looks around at all of you and she says, "Thank you all for coming, my friends, and for putting up with my unconventional method of contacting you. I have reason to remain hidden. You see, a vicious man would see great harm done to me if he knew I was reaching out for help. This man has done something terrible to each of you as well. I speak, of course, of Gajan Lam, a man whose cruelty and capacity to destroy the lives of those he touches are matched only by his gift for avoiding a reprisal. You see, a year ago, his thieves stole this." He holds up a deck of cards. She goes, This is my Haro deck. And he took it from me. It is important to me. An heirloom passed down through a dozen generations, and also my sole means of support. When Lamb's
Can I-
pickpockets stole it, my son Iran tracked them down and followed them and returned my deck to me. But Gadrin had him followed, and soon after he left my home, Gadrin's thugs murdered him.
Have I ever heard of a hero deck before?
Same.
Give me, I think this would be like a knowledge religion.
Nope, I don't got that. I got
Yeah,
nothing.
never
just
heard of
say,
one.
I do not have
I
that.
would-
I can check that.
I would like to roll that as
Oh
well.
my gosh.
Oh.
At least I get a +4 to that with my 1 on the die.
How
Ah.
is this
5.
possible?
Wow, that's
I don't
amazing.
know. I think I'm just gonna wipe my
19.
whole computer tonight.
Yeah.
That might be a
Yeah.
good plan. Yeah.
19 plus 4 for 23.
All right. So, Marktov, you've heard of this before. You have heard that a Haro deck is used for telling fortunes. It is often believed to be magical in nature and seems to do a good job of, at least the people who use it seem to do a good job of telling fortunes with it.
So you are a fortune teller.
Yes, I have, and that is why my Haro deck is so important. I use it to read fortunes, to create income I need to sustain. But unfortunately, as you have heard, my family has met unfortunate fate. And I sought help from the Corvosan Guard, but they turned me away. So I asked around. I paid bribes. I consulted my Haro deck for advice. And recently, I was rewarded. I found out where Gadrin dwells. He can be found in an old fishery north of here, at West Pier 17, where he trains abducted children to be pickpockets and counts his stolen treasures.
I'm like, at that point, I like throw my hands up. I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you have all felt his touch and his reach, and that is why I need your help. I cannot hope
How
to
do you
face
know? How do you know it was we felt his reach?
my Haro cards. They tell me all I need to know.
Parlor tricks.
Maybe perhaps you will see the power of my Haro deck, as I happen to know things you seek, Arcturus.
Why would you give my name?
Hmm.
You know.
Names do not have much power. Just-
Remind me to stab you the next time I'm up there.
no problem. Just so you
Alright.
know, in our practice session, Mike introduced his character when everyone asked what his name was as names have power. That's all he would say. He wouldn't give his name. So just to fill you all in on that.
What would I know this Harrow deck? So this is religious artifact. This isn't arcane.
Right, yes.
So I know this is not arcane, but I don't know what it is.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yep.
that's fine.
So let's see here.
Cheap parlor tricks. You
Hmm.
could have learned my name any number of ways.
Perhaps I could, but the situation remains the same. As you see, I cannot hope to face this man on my own, and the guard moves too slowly, that if they were willing to help, Gadrin would certainly know of their coming well in advance. And even if they arrest him, what guarantee would I have that he would be punished? This criminal has evaded the law for decades, but you know of these frustrations as well. For word on the street is that Gadrin has wronged you each as well. So, there we are. It is time for Gadrin to pay.
I'd like to roll a sense motive on her. I
Feel
don't
free.
know. I'm just not sure about her story. That's 7 + 4 or 11.
Okay. Yeah, you believe everything she's saying. She does come off a bit mysterious, but yeah, you believe everything she's saying.
I have a question.
Mhm.
There is a presence around here. What is it?
Hmm.
In this room, I've seen it everywhere around here. What is it?
Well, it is the magic of the harrowing. My fortune, it emanates from me.
Well, I believe that.
But it's
Um,
illusion. So your fortune telling is an illusion?
Yeah, that doesn't add up to me either.
Well, I mean, life is only what you perceive it to be.
So what is the reality of it, not my perception?
Maybe perhaps I want you to see this place in a better light.
So what you're saying is, if I choose not to believe your perception, then your magic is broken and it has no presence.
You are a wizard, yes?
I am.
I believe you are familiar with disbelief.
I am. I know but I also know when I got sparkles in front of my eyes, and I kind of look at Arcturus or the other caster, and I just kind of nod like I see where you're going.
So at this point, if you want to roll a will save to
Okay.
see what happens here, you may.
Sure. Um.
What is your name?
My name, of course. My name is Zalara. Zalara Esmeralda.
Is that the same as a wisdom? I mean, all
No.
I got is.
So-
What categories are those?
On your main character sheet, on the very front of it, you'll see your fortitude, will, and the other save.
No, they're on the
God, there it
Reflex.
is. There.
Yeah, should be on the bottom right there.
All right, that's a 15 + 3 for 18 on a will save against this glamour.
Okay, so you try really hard to disbelieve, and you open your eyes, and everything is exactly as it was. And she says, "I told you."
So if there's no harm in this illusion, so there would be no harm in dropping it. I'm going to try to
Exactly.
persuade her to drop it.
Very well.
I want to help him if I can.
She's actually okay with this.
Okay.
And she says, "Very well." And she focuses for a second, and all of the furnishings on the walls, the decorations and everything disappear. And all that's left is the table, the chairs, and the food basket.
What about the bottle of wine?
It's there as well. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So that's it. Okay.
From before, when I was analyzing all the dimensions, are all the dimensions exactly the same?
Yes, yes. The structure itself is still there as well, obviously. If
Right,
that
I just
wasn't
want to
clear.
make sure that there wasn't
Yeah.
like a change in a wall or something. That
She says to you, as you see, I unfortunately do not have much I can offer, besides hopefully a chance to gain back what you have lost. But, and she kind of grabs the Haro deck, I do have this, and should you do this task, I will gladly use the power of my Haro to see what is in your future.
Well, I know that the little brats that are affiliated with this guy just took all of my money, and I don't know how I'm going to eat tomorrow. So I would very much like to help you at the very least to get some money back. But there's definitely more to the story.
What I've lost cannot be replaced. It's not simple change. I need to do this.
nobody took anything from me, so I'm sorry you guys got robbed.
I can always buy a new flask and crowbar.
I lost stuff.
So, Marktav, you would allow this thief who goes around killing animals before your eyes, undoing your tasks, to continue?
Well, no. But I'm just saying, I could always buy a new one.
And Orion,
Yeah,
was a notebook not taken from you, a notebook with many calculations, drawings,
yeah.
ideas.
I dropped it in the water, man. I was swimming away from this shark and I lost it in the water.
I have bad news for you. It is in the hands of Gadrin.
What? You mean that little kid who pushed me in the water? Oh,
Yes, unfortunately.
boy, shucky duck. That ain't gonna make me happy.
I look at Orion and I say, now I understand why you smell like seawater.
I know. I
Explains a lot.
apologize.
So, you are all in?
I guess so. This society allows me a little bit of freedom to choose my own jobs.
I think it's important to do for the greater good.
I want my book back, you little shit.
Very well then. Sounds like we have a plan. And it is time to make him pay. Suddenly, you hear the scurrying of feet running away from the front door. And with that, we are going to end tonight's session of Tabletop Tavern 2.
Mm,
Oh,
I was gonna jump
You
up
got it.
fast to the
nice
door.
job.
Padawan, you are Padawan.
Thank you.
Almost there, man.
Almost. I'm
Almost.
coming along. I'm coming along.
Yeah, you are.
So,
That.
how you guys feeling?
I'm
Ooh,
excited. I am
Believe-
having an absolute blast.
I'm having a ton of fun.
yeah,
it was a
I'm
lot
fun
of
too.
fun.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying reading the chat too. You guys are pretty awesome.
Yeah,
you
guys.
very welcoming.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we
Thank
are.
you.
We have
You
an
guys
awesome
Thank you for
chat.
are
being so. Thank you for
amazing.
being so welcoming.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. So you, I, like I said, I've said it before. I haven't played in like, a couple years as a player, and now I get to. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm really excited
Guys, can
too.
we get some reds and some nice shots if you're a sub in chat for Decider 12?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good
Fine
job,
DMing.
brother.
Killed it.
Absolutely,
Nailed
yeah.
it, man.
I
Very
didn't
good.
think I was doing too bad
Fuck
of a
you,
job.
Cawthon.
so. Fuck you, Cawthon.
Yeah, we totally
Sorry, I
did.
meant you, Cawthon. There we go.
Yeah, look at all
Yeah.
those emotes coming in.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for
Yeah.
the
I love the
support.
touchdown signs. Those are my favorite.
I know, those are good.
I really have to thank obviously the players. They made that really easy for me, and thank you for following. At least 70% of my breadcrumbs.
Yeah, yeah.
At
Hey,
least.
70%, that's better than we do with Mike.
That's,
Yeah,
my
that's
gosh.
true.
Mike, how long?
You have to get this item to save the world. They're like, nah, fuck that.
Burn it. Burn everything.
That's to burn everything.
That's the
Just burn.
Spock.
Here are the 5 items you need. Here's 2 of the 3 right here. Burn it.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Yeah.
Literally just burn it.
Oh man.
Yeah,
that was.
good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Decider.
That was a lot of fun. I've always thought it would be fun to be on the DM side of it, and that was a good experience for me. So with that, we're gonna wrap it up. This is the end of Tabletop Tavern 2, and
Oh, it's been real.
yeah,
no
It's
place
been
to
real
go.
and it's been fun, but it ain't been
So-
real fun.
Right.
check out our new show starting next week on Wednesday at 8 p.m. where we all just stare blankly into cameras.
Would we
We're
like some
ASMR.
stats?
Oh, you got
ASMR
stats?
D&D.
Oh, I got some stats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing we should mention to the community. So, Martov the Collector has volunteered to capture stats from the show, and I have set up a dashboard that we're going to make public pretty soon as those stats get populated. So, Martov, can you let the community know some of the stats you're going to keep track of?
Sure. Okay, so I got everybody's natural 20s, natural 1s, their critical hits in combat, critical
Shula's
misses
natural
in combat.
ones. Let's be honest.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of those. I've also got an amount of enemies killed for each one of us.
Excellent.
And then a couple of personal things, like for instance, me and Shula are going to have total healing done. Everybody's got a damage dealt. Like favorite enemies defeated for EV, times grunts for summon, spells cast. And then I'm also keeping track of every single roll.
Wow.
Good
Combat
luck.
rounds, too.
You're
I
a
think that-
machine.
Oh, yep, combat rounds. We've had 0 combat rounds this
Perfect.
session.
Excellent.
You're
Good
doing a great
stat.
job, Martov. Martov, you're doing great.
Yeah.
The most rolled number of the campaign is a 3. We've
Ooh.
had 9 3s.
Ooh.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you.
The-
Thank you, Shula. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Table
Sorry.
slowly leans
It's
towards
not a
Shula.
1.
So we've had 4 nat 1s,
All
all
Shula.
of
you,
which
Shula.
are Shula's.
Oh,
You're number
I'm gonna
one.
cleanse myself for next week's show.
although-
Can we get a bunch of number ones?
Can we get ones in chat for
Shula?
Shula?
Yeah.
She's number one. Number one, Shula.
I would like to say that Shula does have 50% of the nat 20s rolled.
Oh
At
wow.
1.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna change
Orion has
that.
the other nat 20.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
We're gonna turn it around.
That's right.
That's
Uh,
right.
We'll do it.
That's
Gonna
right.
turn it around.
So-
There's time.
Yeah, that's it. Super exciting. Like I'm a stats guy, so I'm a nerd for stats. Like, so this is really exciting that Disc has volunteered to do that for us. So we'll me and you got to get together and we'll make sure everything's working right.
Absolutely.
Decider.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell our community about all our well, actually, you should do your end of the night show. I'm sorry, this is your deal. I'm so used to.
Gosh, I'm so tempted to go onto OBS and just move my camera pane just directly over yours and just
Do it.
but then I'm gonna have to find its old place again. It's too much work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got obviously a lot of great content on this channel. We've got our Tabletop Tavern one, which Mike up there is the wonderful GM. I use the word wonderful, loosely. Stop dancing. Stop. Just stop. But that airs on Sundays at 8 p.m. now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. On Monday, we have the delicate love child of Mike's mind, Neural Nexus Zero, which he also GMs. It is a what's the word? Cyberpunk.
1980s cyberpunk set in
1980s
Boston.
Yep, cyberpunk set in Boston. It's pretty
That
interesting.
layout is so bitchin', bro. That layout is so freaking
Oh,
cool.
It
that.
is.
Oh man.
bitchin' as hell, man.
And
Glad you guys like it.
there's this really cool laptop transition. No. But I've seen 50,000 times before it aired because Mike just kept forgetting that he showed it to me already. He messaged me in the middle of the day.
And then I'd be like, hey, Decider, I got this new scene I want to show you. And I'd put it on and it would be the laptop transition just to troll him because I'm a jerk.
Months
guys-
of that.
I am a jerk.
Yeah.
So
We know. And Thursdays, we have a show that is now being run by our wonderful Luna. And it is Tales from the Tavern.
Yeah.
That also airs at 8 o'clock, right?
That is also at 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
but that's only 2 hours, so it's 8 to 10
Yeah.
Eastern time.
But
And
it's a
actually,
great show.
Dice Barbarian is going to be on it with me tomorrow night.
Hey. That's awesome.
So,
Tune
Yeah.
in. Come
Yeah.
hang out.
It's,
Have some fun.
It's a talk show we hold every week that, you gather up, you talk about all things nerdy, and it's a great time. I mean, what better time to, talk about the things we love. So
Yeah, we bring in people from our community and other communities. We have Devin, who's the DM over at Total Party Chill, coming over tomorrow. We have Mac Jackal Ranger is going to be on tomorrow night, and then we have 2 people coming in from Paradise RPG coming in as well. So that'll be a lot of fun. They're all really great. They're all super excited to come, and we take questions from chat. So come and hang out with us.
Awesome. Be there or be square.
Can I make one request,
Please.
Mike? It's time for the Dave song. I've been waiting for the Dave song all night, dude.
I forget what the Dave song is now.
What's the Dave song?
You put your little thing on. You sing about Dave, how good he is.
Dave is a wonderful DM.
Yeah,
So
nice.
good at DMing.
Feel
Natural.
Oh yeah.
Mike, can I end the show yet?
No, you gotta
Web
get
page
the, you gotta go through the cast and get our thoughts and what our characters are thinking at this point. That's
Sure.
your next step, sir.
Sure. Luna,
Yeah.
tell me what your thoughts are and what your character's thoughts are.
Oh, Optimus brought up a good point too.
Oh, what did Optimus bring up? Oh, was
Oh.
it someone's birthday today?
Is it? It's not mine.
It's not mine. Oh, is it Mad Rushes?
No, it's always Mad Rushes, but
It's always Mad Rushes. We
didn't
just
do
think of him
Zombie
anyway.
and Shannon the other day. So anyway,
We did. Yep. Anyway. So let's see. I am thinking that this is going to be a ton of fun. This was really fun to start being able to delve into seeing. I mean, we did a bunch of practice stuff, and it's always good when our characters get to start interacting. But I feel like tonight was really the first time all of us were more authentic to our characters than we were in the session zeros, because the session zeros are, they're kind of fun and goofy, and
Yeah.
let's all make fun of Bob, and I'm gonna kick a toad across the room and see what happens.
By the
and
way,
things
I'm
like that.
Bob. Just in case that wasn't
Break
clear.
down the door.
Yeah, we'll kick down doors that are made of steel and see what happens. And
Trial and
so
error.
yeah, it was really fun to see everybody get into their characters tonight. As for what Evie is thinking, she's kind of like, well, what do I have in common with all these other people? Like, I'm from the backwoods, middle of nowhere, and I'm in this huge city, and I'm not really sure what to expect, and doesn't have a whole lot of experience with being in the city, so this is kind of different for her too, because she's a ranger and that's what she grew up doing. So
I think she's getting used to things quite.
I think she'll be
well.
able to hold her own. Yeah,
That's why I had to lure you in with a dog.
it's true. That's what I figured was happening.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yep.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, you.
I'm very sorry I had to kill the dog. I am.
I'm very sorry too.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Speaking of killing animals, Marktov, or remove disc.
Hey.
So let's get your
Hey.
thoughts, and let's get the thoughts of your character.
My thoughts. I thought you ran that session very well.
Thank you.
It was a whole lot of fun. The children at the end running away.
Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm.
At least that's my theory.
Theory.
Uh,
It could have been an adult gold dragon.
Could have been an adult gold dragon.
They do have a habit of
Mm.
eavesdropping. I'm getting uncomfortable here.
Yeah, I mean, I loved that session. It was a lot of fun. I hate that
Thank
you
you.
killed that cat.
I am sorry I had to kill
right?
the cat too. It's funny
I
because
better be.
Are you the animal lover in the group?
so here's the
big
funny thing is I wrote that intro for him weeks ago, okay? And like I kept thinking like, oh, is Marktov's character gonna be like, like upset about a dead animal? Like, is this really gonna be like gripping for him? And I just like it clicked on me today in the shower about an hour before we went live. I was like, I know Remove Disc. He owns 3 cats. He's an absolute animal lover. Yes, this is going to work for him. So, but like I doubted it for weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, I play my characters true to them.
Yeah.
So, I was like, I don't know. Marktov isn't really feeling it. The whole thing, like, he doesn't know if he could go up against like this rando mob boss.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably wants to just report back to the Pathfinder Society, tell them all the stuff that's been happening, try to get his his friend in on this this attack as well.
Can I tell you a little secret?
It's yes.
So you guys are going
Your
after.
friend is dead.
You guys are going after a man named Gadrin Lamb.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the man you returned the cat to?
Yeah. I wrote it down. Something Sam.
Patron Sam.
With 2 M's. Patron Sam.
Yeah. Interesting.
And weird.
Weird. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
I just remembered whose birthday it is. Sorry.
Oh.
He's not in chat though, so.
Oh, okay.
Rip. But yeah, Mark Tubb's thinking about going there, helping out, because the rest of these guys are going, so he might as well go to protect them.
Yeah. Noble. Let's go over to Shula. And Amanda, tell me. Yeah. What were your thoughts and your characters?
Dude, tonight was amazing. I am so happy to be here with you guys and doing this. It was wonderful. Other than all the ones that I rolled and 3s, that was just
ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think like Luna said, I mean, we really brought it together. We were already doing really well and had a good group before. And when we were doing the practice stuff, and now it's just I see those ones in chat. Stop it.
You're number one.
That's the new Manda cheer.
For life.
If we ever
But,
get partner, we're gonna have specific emotes for everybody, and we're gonna do a variation of a one for you.
Just be a shirt that says Shula's number 1 on the back, and it's a it's a
Shula's number 1.
Merch!
Roll to a
There's
1.
Shula's merch right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Genius,
That's
actually.
works right there.
But
The
yeah,
number
it's,
sign with a D20 roll to a.
that's a great idea. But yeah, I feel really relieved because I have never streamed before or been on Twitch in this capacity or in front of this live audience. So I feel really relieved that the first one is over, and so I feel much more confident. And,
you and me both.
Yeah, for sure. And Shula, she's, Shula, like I said before, is a skittish person because of her past. And so she's really not sure what to think. She knows, she's obviously a do-gooder, and really not only just for herself, but, she heard about people's objects missing. She hates the exploitation of these children. And it reminds her of her past again. So she's skeptical, but there's a part of her that really needs to see this through for the greater good.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. And Orion, played by the wonderful Dice Barbarian. Your thoughts and your character's thoughts.
Me personally, Tony, man, this was so much fun, and the chat gave me bonuses and whatnot. That's freaking cool. Like, I was like, I'm so happy that they're accepting, because I really want to do right by them, and you guys in the cast did really, really well. I hope I'm not RPing this bunk into the ground, but I love this little wizard, Western wizard. I think he's just the coolest little dude.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, and he thinks you guys are. Orion thinks you guys are really cool, and he's like, man, I got some friends, and he's kind of like learning things from Shula. Like, he's like, oh man, I'm gaining skills. This is so much better than being locked away in the college, And,
Is that skills with a Z?
yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm very happy. Mike, thank you so much for inviting me. Decider, you're nailing it, dude.
Oh, thank you.
I played a lot of games. You're doing really well.
Thank you.
So
I
that's what I
appreciate
gotta
that.
say.
I mean, I've got 10 months of experience under my belt, so I'm a little nervous.
You're doing good.
Thanks.
You're doing really well, man.
And that's all the time we have, so we're gonna have to. Mike, your thoughts, your character's thoughts.
All right. So my thoughts are, fuck, I made a mistake.
Yep.
No, seriously. So my thoughts are, this group is already gelling. You know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah.
always a period of adjustment when a new group gets together. But the group is already gelling really well. And I can tell that I am going to get along well with Evie's character, Gamer Mom Luma's character. And I think that's going to go really well. And I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how the interpersonal relationships develop in the group, and what we accomplish, and the strife in the group, and that whole aspect. So from my point of view, and I think I have to say it again because Decider did a wonderful job tonight, and I'm really proud of him.
Thanks.
He was nervous and he fucking slayed it. So
Still am.
kudos to him.
Show's not over.
As far as my character, I'm really apprehensive about the people in this room. Like with the situations going on, I really care about the item that I lost, but I'm not a very trusting person, and I am really apprehensive of this group and the situation that has thrust us together. So I'm going to go into it with a very wary eye, and just watch everything going on, and try to go, be as cautious and safe as I can, which is kind of funny. Well, we'll get into that. You guys will discover that at a later date, but yeah, it's a great entry point of a story, and it's grabbed me, and I'm really excited for next week. So,
Me too. And obviously big shout out to all the support we've received tonight. You guys are fantastic.
yeah, you guys, yeah.
Chat was roaring.
Oh my God.
all the
Chat was
support.
great tonight.
It was
wanna-
fantastic.
I'd like to put this in perspective for the people out there, especially for those who have streamed. In 10 months, we have gone from 800 followers to 2,853, and we're sitting at over 101 subs right now with almost
Awesome.
69,000 views on the channel. That to me is absolutely unheard of. You know what I mean? Like, and it's from support, like people like you guys out there, that, come back every week, support our content, and allow us to do these things and have fun doing it. The money you guys contribute to the show goes directly to betterments on the channel and podcast hosting and everything. So we really do appreciate you guys supporting us, and God bless. Keep on coming back. If you're new here, come back and check out some of our other shows. The best way to do that is howinerd.com. All our media is on howinerd.com. So
Check it
Dave,
out. Yeah.
Without further ado, and
Yeah, I was gonna say, who we heading to?
we are gonna head over to somebody actually that Tony Dice Barbarian gave us a heads up on. Perception Studio. So Perception Studio does. Yeah,
So
they do,
excited.
Nice.
they do,
Oh my God.
They do a
That's-
D&D game, but it's with puppets.
Oh
They
my
are
God.
so
It's
funny.
It's pretty rad. So we're gonna Dave's gonna kick it over to the ending screen. We're gonna roll our credits, and then I'll kick off this raid. I think I can do it right from the dashboard. It's
You
better.
can indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Stay
yeah.
tuned, guys.
So-
You're
Oh,
gonna
that's-
love this.
Dave, let them know where they can find us right after the show.
You can find us on our Discord. We'll be in the social comms, chatting it up with you guys, getting your opinions and stuff on what happened. Tell us what we did good. Tell us what we did bad. Tell us what we did in general, because most of us don't remember. Hopefully someone was taking notes. So yeah, we'll be there. Find us on the Discord. I'm going to roll our intro one last time and kick it over to the credits. So we will see all of you next week at 8 p.m. Take care.